and fucking calves.
Yeah, if we say anything, I can always edit it out anyway. If we say anything we're not meant
Yeah,
to.
yeah, exactly. But that
No, I never.
scaly, that scaly, that's the
Yeah.
most painful motherfucker.
Oh, my
Mm,
Eddie, my
That's
mate, he was pushing in there, and he's like this, jamming, and he's like, I had to switch
yeah.
hands. He's like, fuck, it's too tight in there.
Does he ever like?
that's
Does he grab your trap as well?
Yeah, pinch the
Yeah,
trap.
dude, that hurts, dude.
He is like,
have you
and you can't
Yeah.
tense your neck because it'll.
Mm. Yeah, it makes it worse. Yeah, you're trying to relax while they're
oh
fucking ripping
Yeah,
in.
it's fucking hard.
you start gurgling. Oh,
You're like, I normally clench a fist, so I don't clench my neck. I'm like, try
Mm,
to clench this. So otherwise, if you clench your neck, he's like, relax.
mm,
yeah, no, that's the only one that's made me say like stop, give me a couple
Mm.
of seconds, all right, get back into it. Everything else, there's some stuff that fucking hurts, but you can just deal with it for that 30, 40 seconds or whatever they're ripping in. But that's the only one I'm like, no, just give me a few seconds. I'm not dealing with
Uh,
that too well.
You know what?
Scraping.
Actually, what really hurts? Have you ever had your calves like worked on, like
Oh yeah,
proper?
Yeah, yeah,
That hurts, man.
yeah.
yeah, needled.
It almost feels like they're
No,
going to
no.
cramp as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fucked.
Yeah, I've had a needled, and yeah, they fucking you're jumping like they kick around and
Yeah,
fucking
Yeah, 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 yeah,
flinch. What about a
yeah.
scraping? Scraping, if your muscles like tight
Mm,
and you scrape, it feels like your skin's getting ripped off.
yeah, I depends on how they do it. I quite like it.
Yeah,
The feel.
yeah.
it
I like
depends.
the feeling of
Some
it,
muscles are bad,
but
man.
they don't go too hard on it.
I
You know,
think it's the
pain.
practitioner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, like Michaela goes hard on it, but not to the point where I've seen some videos of people getting scraping done, and I've gone like, yeah,
Mm,
I wouldn't do that.
yeah. I look like
yeah.
I'm like bruised, like I tore a
Yeah.
muscle after I've been scraped.
Mm.
Fuck.
I quite enjoy it.
What was I gonna say? No, I lost it. How you going, Dave?
What's happening?
Dangerous Dave.
Yeah, Brad, I'm getting.
Deadly, deadly, Anna, deadly
I'm gonna
Dave.
be the darkest person on this podcast soon. Give me 3 weeks.
Mm.
Have you had Mellow?
Yeah, I've been hammering it.
Oh,
I just
Dude,
started
just
it as well.
Did ya? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm getting burnt now. It's getting too sunny.
Yeah.
I can't take it. I just go so dark and dirty. I just look like a dude who's on
Yeah,
melatonin.
You
Mm.
gotta
greasy
take it.
wog.
Yeah, if you go patchy, you gotta take it like a lower dose for longer.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
essentially what it does is it gives you freckles, and those
yep.
freckles expand until they all overlap. So when you start taking it, you look real muddy and patchy because it's
Mm.
like it hasn't joined up. But the
yeah.
longer you take it, the more they cross over and it becomes more even.
No, I've done it heaps,
Why are
and
you on it?
I do it fine. Like I did it for Romania, but I just go so fucking dark, and I was doing like a half a dose every like 10 days.
Yeah, righto.
I just go
Why are
so
you on it, Dave?
dark.
What's that?
Why are you on
Because I just
Milano?
hate being fucking white.
We all want to be black.
Yeah.
I take point 0.3 every night.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I
I wonder
take
what happened.
250 micrograms every other day.
Yeah. So what do you
I
mix
wonder
yours
what
with two
happened if I
mil?
took it.
So what?
Yeah, I mix it with 2 mil. Yeah.
You look like a dude on melatonin. Yeah, like I go.
Me? You think I
Yeah,
would? I
yeah.
think. Would I go super dark? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
B
you would.
takes.
I've got a
Like,
mate that's
like,
like your color and he goes black.
Yeah.
would I go like Samson Black?
Oh no,
No,
No, but
no,
you'd
no.
go
not that dark.
you'd go dark.
You go
No,
dark
'cause-
because I've got Maltese in me, and it's too dark.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even Sabina takes it and she gets held. I'm like, why are you fucking taking it? She goes
she's
Yeah,
dark.
dark.
She
yeah,
gets
you used
dark.
it. Yeah.
She is dark. How dark does she go when she's on it then?
Yeah, or at least fucking 5, 6 shades darker.
She's chocolate.
Yeah,
Mm.
chocolate.
You remember Cam when I was like 12 weeks out and I came up to pose with you
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was darker than you.
yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Like Skip Hill style, Cam. Skip
I
Hill
remember
loves it.
you. Yeah, oh, bro, he is like permanently tan.
He's fucked.
I reckon he's
Who's that?
permanently changed. He's Skip Hill.
I
You
feel
know,
like I know the name.
skip loader.
No.
He's
He's a
one of the
coach.
coaches on in America.
Yeah, right.
He does. He's known for that skip loading protocol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've heard the name, but no, I don't really
He's
know much
he's
else about
probably
it.
had a vial of melanotan since he was born.
You know those people, like those older people on the coast where their skin just looks like leather? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he looks like, bro.
Something about Mary. Something
Yeah.
about Mary.
No, I used it. I've used it quite a few times, but the last time I used it was before Romania. I had the solarium here, and I thought, oh fuck, you know what? I should just do a little bit of mellow and a
Double
couple of
up.
solarium wax, and before I fly out for Romania. And yeah, when I went over there, I just looked at myself. I'm like, fuck, dude, this is embarrassing. You just look like one of those dudes. Like, nah, no good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because it's like bodybuilding. It becomes normal to you, and so you think, oh, I'll just do a little bit more. And then you're like, you get used to that, and then you think you've got to do more. And then you go out into the world and people look at you and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with this dude?
It's just talking shit.
Yeah.
Like when you go somewhere post show to get some food or whatever, and you held dark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, like that. It's pretty good. Like the protein color's nice if you can get the top coat off.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, when they do that top coat, and then you're on stage an hour later. When I've competed in Melbourne, like that last one they did, actually with UCAN at the convention centre, I
Yep.
stayed in the Crown Plaza across
Across the
the
road,
water.
yeah.
And like we got off stage and I'm like, cool, we good. And I just bolted out over the little bridge, ran back, bought a coffee on the bridge, ran back over, went straight to my room, scrubbed the tan off, put on a nice pair of jeans and a shirt and went back and watched the rest of the show.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing you and
Yeah.
Logan there.
Yeah, there were
I'm
people
like,
in the
what the
crowd
fuck?
and
I'm still looking like a
they're
drone.
like, didn't you compete today? I'm like, yeah, I was on
Yeah,
stage about an hour ago. I
yeah,
ran over the water, had a shower and come
yeah.
back to watch the rest of the show.
I never feel right after a show. It dries your skin out so bad.
Yeah.
And then with like you scrub the tan off and your skin's red raw and then the alcohol from the tan's like burnt your skin. I'm always like my skin hurts for a couple of days after I try to scrub the tan off.
I never
Oh,
scrub
really?
it off. I just
Yeah, I
whatever
don't.
comes off, and I just let it like fade off over like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't mind the tan, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
complains
just
about getting a tan. Like the top coat's a bit funny.
yeah.
I don't mind.
Because it's
I don't mind
sticky.
the
Top
base
coat's
Once I get
sticky.
the top coat off, I like the color of
Yeah,
mine.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Yeah, I wish I could be tan year round. I just without the stickiness.
What color do you go then when you use Melanotan, Andrew?
Probably only about as dark as you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Like if you got tanned over that, then that would be all right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes a huge difference, hey,
Yeah.
when you already got a bit of a base color.
Does your
Even if
beard
it's
go
not dark.
darker?
Mine or
Anyone?
Andrew's. Mine
Anyone?
goes really dark, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is with me though, you still need sun, so I'll get all the singlet tan and all that, but then like my legs and everything, stomach and ass is still heaps white. Because
Yeah,
it doesn't work without sun. You still, you
yeah.
need, yeah.
Well, that's
Not
part
as
of
much.
the prep, right? Like you have to make time to make your tan right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but there's like, it's like solariums are illegal here in SA.
Yeah, but in terms of importance for like skin prep to make your tan look better,
Yeah.
that's right up there. The people don't put it with enough importance. Like
I'll
you can
start
get your
doing that trend. Do you remember when people were putting their asses in the sun? What was that called again?
But
like
the
perineum
asshole.
sunning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's little things like that people don't take seriously.
yeah, that's what I was
It
getting
makes
at. It's
a
like
big difference.
most
Like,
people would put that so far down the list. I reckon it's up there
yeah,
with, it's not the big things like making sure you don't cheat on your diet and making sure you train hard and stuff, but it's right up there with like pose and presentation. And,
or
if your
like
skin looks like shit, how many times do you see a guy and like he turns around and he's got like, say like,
his white glutes, and you can see the
yeah, or
different
just like patchy back tan because he might not have the best, his
skin
skin's
prep.
not healthy on his back, or he might have a bit of a fungal infection and the tan isn't stuck to his back. It looks so shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Before I get tanned, I always like right before I leave to get tanned, I always do like a pumice scrub.
Is
Yeah.
your screen moving all the time, dude?
Yeah, I don't know how I stop it. It just keeps doing it.
It's focusing on him.
Action shots.
How do I stop it?
It's epic.
I don't know.
It's
It's got to
epic.
be
Computer or
there's
your
got to be a
phone?
setting here. It just keeps zooming in and out. It's fucking
Maybe
wigging
it's
me
like
out.
following your face or something. I don't
I
know.
think it is, yeah.
Are you on your phone or on your computer?
No, I'm on my Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be a setting here to stop it.
Yeah, that's something that I think that skin prep and posing is probably two big things that people like overlook. I think
Last The last 3 years, I've always gone in solarium or bit of sun, and that to make sure my ass and everything is tanned.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it honestly, you do. It's not something you would notice by looking at someone, but when you just look at someone and you can just see everything, like, oh, cool, their hammies are dug out. You know, that could be as simple as your tan is all
And
over your
I
body.
think Derek's a good example of this because he always looks perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, his tan's
Like
always
his
bang on.
skin tone, like it might be his genetic skin color, but you see the difference between him and other guys on stage. He just looks polished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing looks off.
And when I get, obviously I'm still doing amateur shows. I don't know if more shit, but Andy here always makes me go over the day before everyone else. She gives me an extra
Yeah.
base coat. She's like, "Come see me the day before. I'll put another one on you." So because I'm never.
I'll also like the worst they can do is say no.
Yeah.
I'll get the morning of the show. I'll get like my top coat, and then I'll like wait an hour, 45 minutes, and I'll go back and get another one.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure
Sometimes you got to give them
can
$50 or
even
something, but
you can pay
like
for it. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you got to swing them $50, but
Mhm.
it's worth $50 to get an
Yeah.
extra one, or even just get like your adductors and underarms and that kind of thing done. Because
Yeah.
like when you're laying backstage for 5 hours, it just comes straight off.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with this camera? I can't work
I'm
it
not
out.
having
Hey.
it. I'm not having it. You know that first show at the church with the white floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I did. We went out and looked at the stage, and everyone was just gone. Couldn't see a thing. And I just said to Logan, I said, I think, what do you reckon we need to be darker? He's like, do you think you can? So I ran back and asked Andy, I said, can I get another one? And I got a second top coat put over that. And
Yeah.
that was a huge difference. Even walking off the stage, Tony stopped me walking off for the under 90s. As I was walking off from the under 90s, he stopped me. He goes, "Fucking best tan today by a mile." I went, I just got darker because that was
Yeah.
everybody just looked. Everyone was washed out, and even I was still washed out, even though I was like virtually black, you
Yeah.
know. But it still looked better next to everyone else.
The floor was white and it was reflecting up. The light was bouncing back up, and
Yeah,
Was that the first year they did at Glow Church?
Yeah,
Yeah, because when I found out that our show was there, I was like, everyone was saying it's so bad, but they fixed it. They did it real good the next year.
yeah.
oh,
They
dude,
carpeted
the
over the
lighting there
floor.
was awesome.
The
Yeah,
lighting was so good, and they put carpet down.
yeah. It was. It
Yeah,
was
they
so
spent.
good.
I think John said he was there from like 11 o'clock at night till 3 in the morning or something, putting carpet down.
He's a weapon. John's good, man.
Yeah,
John's good. He loves it, and like yeah, they fixed it up. The lighting might have been fine, but with a white floor, it was impossible to
I
tell.
think they got extra rigs in and put more lights in.
Mm.
Yeah, it was wild.
It's weird seeing a white stage. Normally all stages are dark.
It was horrible because I paid for the video on that one, and I looked at the video. I'm like, oh, I don't want to post that. You look like you haven't even dieted, but you were in Adelaide a week before pilled. You're in Nationals a week later pilled, but somehow in Queensland you were just off by a mile. So you get that at the big jobs. How's your week, Dave?
Oh, it's been pretty average. Hey, I was sick for most of the week, so bit of a write-off. But I just like Tuesday I came down with like a bit of a flu, and I was just booked for like a bit over 24 hours, and then I sort of started coming good Wednesday. Trained legs, had a pretty good session, and then Thursday I was fucked again. So I don't know if I jumped back in too quick but yeah, I'm getting over it now. So
Yeah. Actually, now that you've said it, you can hear a bit
Yeah, a
nasally.
bit nasally.
yeah, I'm a bit croaky, but it's we keep battling, so no stress.
Fucking winner. Fucking winner. When's is Big Az coming on?
Yeah, he says 5 minutes away, just on his own for dropping the kids off.
I'll have to talk to him. I got busted with dark tint on the car and shit.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Queensland police.
Yeah, loving it.
They
Yeah,
pulled
it
you up, or what
is.
happened?
No, they pulled me up because I had the Perspex plates on, but they weren't genuine ones. So
Oh, like you bought aftermarket ones or something.
Yeah, he's like, you've got to have the metal ones, and it was an accident. I didn't know. He let me off, which was good. But he
what
goes,
percentage is your chin?
2.7.
Yeah, it's just black.
He goes like, leave your window halfway down. He was a super cool copper because I
But
just
is it on like all of them or just the back and
no, it was
rear?
on all, yeah. So
Yeah,
he goes, put your window half down, and he gets like the cool little magnet they put on either side. He
yeah.
goes, just to let you know, the number we're looking for is 35. He goes, we allow a couple of percent either side if there's factory tinted glass. And he clips it on, it was 2.7.
Yeah. Right. Mine's 5%. They're not like
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's black, pretty much black,
yeah.
and like it's dangerous, man. It's
yeah.
It is, well,
at,
at
at
night it's
night.
shit.
I
Yeah,
have to put my
that's what I was
windows
gonna
down.
say.
I have to put my windows down at night so I can look out my side
Yeah.
mirrors.
Yeah.
I had a
That's what I
car
had
and
to
it
do
was
as
like
well.
I had a car and it was like 10% or something, and
Yeah.
I didn't even like driving it because it was like you couldn't see out of it.
Mm.
But yeah,
I'm,
my one's like legal, so it'd be like 30% or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's good. It blocks the sun, but I can see out all the windows.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, mine was 5, but like yours can, but yours would probably be like mine because there'd be some sort of factory tint in the glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which, yeah, so you probably got 5 like me, but it would be a couple of
Yeah.
percent lower than
When
that.
when I had my club sport, my mate put 5% like double coat on it, so I was like literally black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I,
yeah,
I,
at night it was literally like all I could, because obviously you can't never tint the front window. I could only see out the front, yeah, and I had to always drive my windows down. Everyone was always cold.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
because I would freak out because like you'd be like, well, if they got headlights on, but then you just sit there as you're pulling out of places, you're like, but what if someone forgot to put the headlights on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like, so now it's peeled off. You're like, you know what? I'll just put the one on there, the 35%.
you're
The
allowed to
dark
go as dark as you want on the
51, like,
back.
fuck it, she'll be right.
In the back passengers and back window, you can go as dark as you want, just not on the front.
Not sure if it's dark as you want, but it's definitely darker than the front. Yeah.
If
I'm
you
not
go to
sure.
a shop that's like a reputable shop, they'll
Yeah,
do it really dark for you and they'll do it properly.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'll go
It's
back to the
just the
place that did it.
dodgy
Obviously.
cowboys that, yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
can't
I've
tint
still
it.
left the back window as whatever it was.
It's illegal to tint the sunroof as well.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't
really?
do it.
Well, my
Why?
guy wouldn't tint the sunroof. He
Yeah,
reckons
my
because
guy wouldn't tint it.
he said it's a different
Might
type of
change the
glass.
structural
Yeah,
integrity of
no,
it or something.
he wouldn't do it because he goes, it's a different type of glass. He's had problem with people doing it in the past, and that glass all of a sudden cracks.
Mm,
Yeah,
He's
right.
All
like,
right.
so
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I went, oh, fine, fuck it then, just leave
yeah,
it. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that shit.
one
I
of
don't
those
want to do
random
that
things.
to
I used
someone.
to get always fines for having my fog lights on as well. So my clubs were always like all the lights on,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I always
Yeah.
used to get pulled over. They're like, turn your fucking lights off. I'm like, fuck.
Oh shit! How was your week, Ken?
Yeah. Good. We cracked the 100 this week.
Ooh,
So
big
yeah.
Oh,
boy.
triple
I was 100.
dig,
I
triple
was
dig.
100.5. Like a few days after legs because my I hold a lot of information after training legs, but then it's come down now. It's still at just over 100. So it was like 100.1 today.
Yeah,
Nice,
nice.
very nice.
So it's
It's
good, man. Like
huge.
it's funny. Like my food hasn't changed in like 8 weeks. It's still on the same food. Like the initial like increase in food is exactly
Yeah,
the same,
Mm.
and
it's just
so yeah,
funny.
everything's just been ticking up. So
Has your
No,
happy days.
appetite chilled a bit, or are you still hungry?
I'm still hungry, man. Like I have
Yeah,
no issues eating at all. So
yeah,
yeah, and
That's
like I could put away some food if I wanted to.
yeah.
yeah.
So in a good spot.
I've got a client at the moment that's come back from double hip replacement, and putting her mass back on that. It was like 6 months ago. I set her calories hasn't changed. She's been gaining 200 grams every week.
Yeah,
Six
perfect.
months.
Perfect.
She
Yeah.
looks the best she's ever had. She wants to compete again soon.
Yeah,
So it's good.
that Christian guy I had in the last season in Australia, same. He's still eating fuck only like 3,000. I think he's up to now, or just under, and he's still growing and staying lean and it's
Mm.
fucking doing good. Like it's fucking yeah. But same as you, like he's starving. And I'm like, okay, we keep putting on like 300-400 grams a week,
yeah.
man.
Like
It's like, just leave
no
it.
need
Just
for it.
leave
Yeah.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
it's working, it's working.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing, like for people too, and like listeners. If you're comparing yourself to your mate keeps putting his calories up or whatever, and you're not, and your weight's going up, you're stronger, you're recovering. Don't put your calories up. You're
Yeah.
where you need to be. Like
Yeah.
you just get fat if you end up doing that.
And look out for problem here because his lower back's his issue. So that came back really quick, but the rest of him staying nice. It's like I can't put the food up because otherwise
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's gonna take off on you. It's looking for an excuse.
Also, you'd rather be hungry and be growing on 3.5 than be force feeding it fucking 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get
It's
10
not
weeks.
good to eat, to be able to eat more all the time.
Yeah,
And like
and you
you've got to
might
think
get
of the
10
long
weeks
game.
down the track. You might get 10 weeks down the track, and your blood sugar levels are shit. Your blood pressure's shit.
Yeah.
You're fat. You're not recovering because you're not sleeping properly. Like,
Your stomach's distended.
yeah, then you've got to do a little tidy up phase. Like,
Imagine you're starving on 3,200, putting on a couple 100 grams a week, and you go, oh, well, let's start a cut phase now. We'll put you on 29. Like, you know what I mean? It's not,
yeah,
you're already hungry, and just like, you don't need then to go, well, oh, here, let's take 1,700 calories out
Yeah.
to start the cutting process, you know? So it works on both sides.
Aaron, what's going on?
Oh,
Hey, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
yeah.
you.
Sorry, I was dropping the kids off and then had a massive argument with their mum. So
Oh,
Who
domestic.
won?
I didn't
Standard.
expect that. I didn't expect that at all. I was like, what? Oh, man, it's
How
so
you doing?
painful. Oh, I was good till then. Yeah, I'm all right. Other than that, I'm all right. She's a roller coaster with her, bro. Like sometimes she's it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Sometimes she's in a happy mood, then other times she's just in psycho mood for no reason, you know?
That's all women, Aaron. That's all women.
I know. Yeah, I don't need that in my life anymore. Yeah.
Oh, why do we do it to ourselves, boys? Why do we get in relationships?
I'm never doing it again. I can promise you that. No way.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Sam knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm good. Like having the kids full time is like a bit of a lifesaver.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
you talk to people and it's like just some weird stuff happens and you're like, I don't have time to have a coffee or anything. Like, you know, so it saves me a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoy being on my own time too. Like just, what do I feel like doing today? Well, let's go do that.
Oh
And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't have to like consider anyone.
Yeah.
But like, it's like,
That was the biggest thing I noticed when she left this time. I was like, oh man, my training was so much better. Like I could just train whenever I wanted. I could train for as long as I wanted. Where other times she would message me and go, "Why are you taking so long? Like, what does that even mean?"
Yeah, I hate that.
You know, like it's like sometimes you get to gym and you might talk shit in the lobby for half an hour to the boys.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or sometimes I've got to stretch for an hour because I'm tired. Like,
yeah.
like
I
whatever.
hate
I used to say to her, "Ring the gym. Where do you think I am? Bring the gym. I'm at the gym." Like,
Yeah.
it's either, do you think I'm having an affair? Like, literally
Yeah.
ring the front desk and say, "Where is Aaron?" You know, like, because I know that I stay there for 3 or 4 hours. So I've had prep times where I'm there for 3 or 4 hours, but it's an hour in the lobby at the start, paying bills, or I'm on the phone, like having a pre-workout, and I'm just chilling for an hour, and then I'm stretching for an hour, and then I'm training for an hour and a half, and then I go in the lobby, and then I might have my meal in the lobby, and so then there's 4 or 5 hours like in a prep day, you know.
Yeah, I'll
But,
never train and watch the clock. I just won't do it.
Yeah.
I'd
No.
rather- I would
Bro,
rather
it's
just
honestly,
train
it's the
stuff.
worst feeling. When I was in prep, like, and she was doing that, I was thinking, this is a joke. Like, you're in that mentality, like, you're trying to do well in a pro show or whatever, and you're like, imagine someone saying, like, in other words, cut corners and hurry up. Like, they want you to skip move. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so hard to see.
Especially like most of the time too, when chicks say that, they don't really need you to be there for any reason. They just like
that's the thing, bro.
That's the one you have. That's the one you have fun. They don't want you.
Bro, exactly right. This would be like on a Wednesday night. Like, I'm going to come home and she's just making dinner anyway. It's got nothing, and it's not my dinner. She's making the kids' dinner.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need me there at all. It's just, I used to say the same thing. I don't even need to be home anyway. Like, it's not like we have an appointment or we're doing something. We were doing nothing. It's just for the sake of saying it. Unless they think you're playing up, but I don't even think she was thinking that. I don't know. I got no idea why she used to say things like that. But
It's like when people say to me, "Why don't I train before work in the morning?" And I'm like, "Nah, because then I know I have to be somewhere at a certain time. I want to train after gym because then if it blows out, it blows out. It is what it is."
Take as long as you want.
But it's not even just my missus. My sister does it to her husband, and I stick up for him. My sister, like not long ago, goes, "Oh, Garth's been at the gym all the time lately. He's been going 3 or 4 times a week." I go, "Good. What do you mean?" Because he's a doctor, right? He's not a bodybuilder, he's a doctor. I go, "What's the problem with that?" She goes, "Well, he's going so much, like." And I go, "And what's the problem, Hannah?" This is my own sister. And I go, why are you mad? Like, don't you want a fit, happy, like husband? Like, you got to look after yourself first
Yeah.
and love yourself before you can love other people, right? Like, I said, he looks great. Like, what's the problem? She's like, oh, well, he leaves me with the kids. I'm like, you've got a nanny. You've got a nanny. What do you mean? I've got a full-time nanny. You know, women, like, hits me with a question. I hit her with a sufficient answer every time.
Yeah.
And then after
They
3
don't
answers
like
in a
that though,
row,
Aaron. They don't like that though.
after 3 of my
reason with
quick-witted
me.
answers, she gets angry at me and just goes, you'll never understand. I'm like, Hannah, you're not speaking any actual facts. Like, all I'm hearing is Garth's looking after his health and he looks better than ever. That's all I heard. Like,
Yeah.
and he's going like, he goes like early in the morning. What is the problem? He's going like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't understand. So my own sister does it. So I know it's a woman thing.
I've got a mate who's just like lost like 30 kilos and like now looks like, you know, got like a good body. And now he's just like, you need to delete your Instagram. You're probably talking to girls at the gym and starting to get all weird now that he looks good and lost all the fat.
God.
I'm like, oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, that's half the reason. Like, and when they're going through motherhood and they're going through that ugly phase, or they don't want to train for whatever million reasons in their head because they got stretch marks or they don't feel confident, and then the man just switches back on and gets fit in like a month or two, right? They get jealous. Some of them get jealous that you all got your shit back together, and they're in that post, post baby.
Postmenopausal.
Yeah,
Postmenopausal.
postnatal, when they feel all fucked up, and I feel like they don't want you to. It's almost like they don't want you to look good, which I think that's so toxic, man. Like, where does that come from?
That's where the whole dad bod thing come from. Like, chicks want a guy to be below them because they want to, Yeah, well, they say they do.
Yeah, that's right.
Also I think it makes them feel uncomfortable too. If you're coming walk around with this full-on six-pack, fit as fuck, and they're like at their worst, then they feel like shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Well,
it highlights their inadequacies.
It's understandable. I get it, but that doesn't mean you say to your husband, I need you to be a fat cunt because I feel shit, so you have to feel shit with me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Is that what the alternative is?
Aaron, now you're single. Huh? Cam, you're single. Are you? You're not single, are you, Dave? No, you're.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like I've literally had people say like, you're too intimidating to be with.
That's actually something I was just about to bring up.
Because like, it makes me feel like I would need to always be training and I would need to fucking always eat good and everything. I'm like, and they just invent a reason. It's like, no, I think you'd be too intimidating. And I'm like, well,
I think with normal chicks for sure, the chicks that aren't in the gym, but
yeah,
like that's definitely a thing for sure. Or they make silly jokes like, they'll be eating KFC or something like, oh, you'd never eat this, would you? And you're like, yeah, I'll smash KFC. What are you talking about? Yeah. They say stupid things like that. Oh, you wouldn't put this in your body. I'm like, it's like an underhand little derogatory comment, like.
Have you guys found that you get less attention the bigger you've gotten?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Crazy attention.
Yeah.
All the wrong attention. All the wrong attention.
Yeah, more crazy attention.
Yeah.
It's like you get more dudes or chicks that you don't even want interested in.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now
girls shouldn't be intimidated. Just say all you need to do is bring no drama to my life.
Yeah, it's like I'm cool with shit. Just don't do that stuff that we were talking about earlier. Just like make nonsense because I'll call it out and then I'll rationalize and say, like exactly what you said before, Aaron. Just like, I'll come up with just a straight answer for the stuff you're complaining about, and I know it's going to end up in an argument because you don't like that. And then I'm like, well,
they don't like when
I'm busy. I got kids. I got gym. I got a lot of stuff on, and it's gone really well before I met you. So I'll just go back to doing that. I'm busy.
How's your training and that going, Aaron? Where are you at? Are you pushing at the moment or cutting or?
I'm in a mini cut.
And
I'm sort of like, I'd say like, not fully off, but like TRT plus 100 milligrams of Primo. So like just like a cruise, I guess. So yeah, we push the weight up to my mum's trying to call me. We're saying on a podcast. I think what's happened is Jade's called my mum. Oh, for sure.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, right.
That's exactly what's happened.
Right, because she's been calling my parents lately, like out of the blue, like trying to explain her side of the story. It's so, bro. Anyway, Yeah, so yeah, he pushed my weight up to like 2 weeks ago, and I was so over it, man. Like I was just over the eating, and then we decided to, what do we do? Yeah, doing like a little cruise and then a mini cut. So calories back down to like 3,500, and then yeah, just on TRT plus a little bit of primo. And now Dean's like, no, we're gonna do this for 4 weeks and get lean into Christmas, and then go for one more gain phase before we do a prep.
Oh, so you're looking at end of next year then, shows mid next year.
Nah, short gain phase, like probably
Oh,
May, probably New York again, to be honest.
oh, New York. I'd love to do New York one day. That'd be sick.
Like obviously it's the hardest show to do, but
Yeah.
it's more so we just want to compete earlier, so that's just the first one. And I sort of do want to redo it because of what happened last time. It wasn't.
Mm.
It was just this fuck up with a fucking infection that I got. So I'd love to go back there at my all-time best, and then because then the judges will think my gains are exaggerated because they'll be like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
look how much better he." Because they didn't know. I'm sure they seen it, bro. It was fucking gigantic, the lump on my ass. But I never spoke to the judges. I asked Tony, like, should I speak to Tyler about it? I definitely don't need feedback. I know what the problem was. And he goes, nah, just fucking cut your losses and move on. Like, just. So I pulled out of Canada and I didn't compete the rest of the year. And then now I feel like if I go back and just like say nothing again and just show up all-time best ever, I'm going to look like I gained even more because, you know, when you're sick, like it fucked me up. And I was going through the divorce. Like, the amount of stress I was on with the divorce with Jade, that was when I didn't even have anywhere to live. I was at my parents' house during that, left in the middle
Fill
of
us in what happened, because I remember when you got to Vegas, you got sick.
Yeah, so to be fully honest, Stanimal gave me fucking dodgy shit, and then I knew straight away. Like I put it in my delt, and then put one in my glute, and I thought it was the pro. You know how you get it hurts. I'm like, fuck, this fucking hurts like shit. And I was walking around the Bellagio. I was like texting Logan, doing my cardio. I do my cardio around the casinos because it's just like scenic, you know. And then I'd sit down after a 40-minute walk, and I'm sitting on a chair, and then my fucking ass was like really hurting, and my delt. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is... And then when I got back to the room, it was unbearable. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll pull the probe out. Won't use any probe. And so then I did it again. I did the fucking another round the next day. And I thought I was just a probe. I'll fuck the probe off. And it wasn't the probe. It was the carrier oil. And it was... It was a very rare carrier oil. It starts with M. I can't remember the name of it. But I looked into it, and it's like a really smooth oil that goes in like nothing, but it says online when you research it, it's really rare oil. It says rarely used, but in 10% of people can get an adverse reaction. And I'm like, oh.
You should have like an allergic reaction to it.
Yeah, and then
It's not like so much the bad gear, it was just that you didn't agree with you all.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it was fucked. It was the worst infection, bro. Like one of the worst I've ever seen that anyone got, because the delt I managed to, I iced it and I sort of got the delt back to normal after like 3 days, because I think the shoulder has better blood flow there and it recovers easier. But the glute, it just got worse and worse, bro, to the day. And I tried everything under the fucking sun, man. Like you have no idea the shit I tried. I was like fucking putting my ass in like boiling water, and then I was trying to ice it, and then I tried to drain it myself. Like, oh, bro, it was disgusting.
You were sending us photos of what you were pulling out.
You should have really got a penicillin. You should have really got a penicillin shot.
No, I tried that, bro. When I say I tried everything, bro, I fucking went to the hospital. I had Tony Jolty, John Davies. I was talking to Flex Lewis, like Keown, fucking Joey at the Dragon's Lair, everyone, bro. And then everyone was giving me a million ideas. I went to hospital, and in America, they don't give penicillin unless you got like sexual diseases. And I said to her, well, fucking write down I've got a sexual disease. I don't care what you have to write on your stupid piece of paper. Just give me the penicillin. In Australia, you can get it. And she wouldn't do absolutely anything for me. She only gave me oral, which was practically Celebrex, like equivalent, which completely butchered my stomach. And then, that's a heavy anti-inflammatory, and then antibiotics. And then, bro, the minute I took that, I was 207 or 207 pounds, I think I was. And then I went to 242 pounds in 3 days. Bro, I think I'm 238 now. Like, I went to fucking like 107 kilos.
Jesus.
And then I went to the gym, and then Neil Hill was like, bro, what the fuck? You look gigantic. He's like, you can't compete. Like, I was huge, bro, and then not in a good way. Like my head was big, like a balloon. I look like fucking off season, to be honest. I did a photo shoot with Cody Drobot because we planned it. And I look at those photos and like it's really weird. Like you can see that I'm in condition, but I'm carrying so much fucking water retention. It's like I'm running 400 milligrams of Anadrol a day or something. Like my head was really puffy, and then there was the medication was just fucking me up, man. And my stomach was so distended and it was hurting. And I was like, this is fucking hell. This is the worst hell I've ever experienced. And it obviously wasn't doing anything. It's more of a long-term thing. Bro, in the end, it took 3 months to get 4 months to get it out of my ass. So here we are trying to fix it in 5 days. And the medication in that week did zero. All it did was make me get fucking gigantic in weight, and then blew my stomach to smithereens. And then we got to like 48. Tony goes, just keep going, and then stop the medication. And then Patrick goes, we'll stop it, then we'll run diuretics, and then we'll just drop it all last minute and see if it's better. But we did that, and I dropped fucking an unbelievable amount of weight. I went from 242 to 209 in like fucking 2 days. And then front on, looked surprisingly, considering what I went through, was still pretty grainy, but still not my best. Like even Logan said, he goes, you look pretty freaky considering, but you can tell I was off. And the rear was embarrassing, bro. Like it was, I did not want to be there. It was soggy. My ass looked fucking fat. And then I had the lump was probably the worst ever on show day. The worst. It's like it peaked for show day. You know what I mean?
You've been stressing this whole time.
Stress, and you know what? Something with the flight, bro. So I got it down, and then we got on the flight to New York, and I could feel it fucking expanding on the plane, bro. I'm sitting there, and it was hurting. I'm like, ah. So then I started sitting side saddle, fucking side, and I'm like, this is the worst fucking hell. Here I am going to New York, wasting all this money and time for the biggest fucking show outside of the Olympia, and I have a fucking baseball in my ass, and it's fucking getting worse. And I got off the plane, and it was more agonizing than it ever was. It was hurting me so much that it was affecting me all day. Then I got into the apartment and I looked at it, and I was like, oh my God, it was another 15-20% bigger again. And then I'm like, I was just miserable. I didn't want to be there. Can you imagine what that feels like? Yeah. You just don't want to compete, but I just don't want to be. I'm never going to be one of those guys that quits. Like I'll go out swinging to the last minute. I just knew I'm not going to get a favorable result. But then Tony goes, bro, just if you can crack the top 10, it'll be an unbelievable achievement. If you can just crack the top 10, maybe just try for that. And I fucking did. I got 9th somehow, which out of like 27 or 26 it was still pretty good somehow. But the rear shots, man, I look back at them, they're so bad, man. It's embarrassing. Like it's just fucking. And then as soon as I got off stage, bro, even though I was top 10, which is Tony was there. He goes, fuck, you're top 10. I still just didn't want to be there, bro. I got off stage and I just wanted to go home. I'm like, I texted Pat. I was upset. I'm like, fuck this. Don't even think about Canada, because other people were like, just keep recovering. You'll be good for Canada. But I knew in my heart the size of this thing. I'm like, it's not going to be good in 2 weeks. People don't understand. When I've seen these glute infections before, they are months, bro. Most guys end up in hospital and they have to be lanced and cut out. And I've seen some bad ones where they're going to be drained every fucking day for like weeks on end. And that was mine was bigger than the ones that I've seen. Maybe, I don't know if it was just physically bigger, but maybe infection wasn't as bad. I don't know, but mine was just physically big. And then I got back to Australia.
when you aspirated it?
Bro, I feel like I took out like over 100 mils easily.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I think I sent Sam, or was that Sam?
Yeah, you sent a few photos of the syringes like like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, so I thought I hit the jackpot. So I rang Stan, even though I was still pissed off at him, but I got some heavier syringes. I'm like, fuck this. I got nothing to lose at this point. I'm gonna fucking try and self-drain it. And then I started doing it, and I found the spot, and it was gunk coming out. I'm like, all right, I'm on here. I'm fucking on here. I will drain it myself, clear it out, and then it will just recover in a couple of days. And I drained it all. And then, but when a real bad infection, you have cellulitis, what I had, proper cellulitis, it just refills again.
Yeah.
So that is the scariest part about something like a minor infection. You can pull it out and it'll just recover 3-4 days later, be gone. But when you have this, it's like if it gets systemic, it can kill you, for one. And then it just, I started draining it, thinking I've hit the jackpot. I'm on here. And then 2 days later, bro, it just refilled again. And that's when I was just like, oh, I'm fucked, like, you know. And anyway, I got off New York, and I didn't tell anyone that I was sponsors or no one that I was pulled out, that I wasn't going to Canada. And so then in that week in Vegas, I was secretly just eating sushi every day, hanging out with some American pro chick, and we were just like, man, we were drinking, and we were. I was like, fuck it. I was so depressed, man. Like, and then I started looking way better. Like, obviously, and I'm just eating whatever.
Because the
And the
stress is
lump,
dropping.
No stress.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's no doubt the lump started. I didn't take a single pin of gear from the New York Pro. Didn't take a single pin of gear for 4 months straight. I cold turkey hopped off. I was so off gear, I didn't fucking even look at any gear for 4 months straight. Cold turkey, zero. No PCT, nothing. And the lump drastically got better. But I knew it was still like I couldn't have done Canada. There's no way. Because 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, it was still there. I went to see my doctor, and he's like, mate, if we lance this, he's like, it's so big that so the lump was still there, but the inflammation was gone. I wasn't as red, I wasn't as like infected, but the lump was still there, you know. He goes, it's so big, you're going to be left with like a permanent fucking divot in your ass. And I'm like, oh fuck. So what are you saying? He goes, mate, you're gonna have to go back on that medication. And I begged not to because of how much it fucked my guts up. And he goes, you have to go on that medication, and then we'll just nuke it through the medication, and that's your only choice. So then I booked a hair transplant with Carson, and then I just did a detox, and then I had a hair transplant running that medication. That was pretty much a rock bottom too. I felt like shit doing, like getting the hair transplant. I'm taking all these tablets that were bloating my belly up again, and then my testosterone would have been zero. I was like feeling like pure dog shit again. But the positive was my fucking hair got thicker and the lump went away. So I knew the decisions I was making then in 3 or 4 months, I'd be thankful that everything would go back to normal. Like I might as well use the downtime to get the hair transplant top up and then get rid of this lump. But it just sort of fucked my whole year because it took ages to get rid of it, you know?
So the tentative plan now is New York and then Canada again?
Yeah. So Dean sort of just said, we didn't really, he sort of picks time frames, you know? He's like, let's try and compete. Let's try and compete in the first quarter. What have we got? I said, well, that means it's New York again. And he goes, all right, well, let's just aim for that. And I was like, you know what?
That's the first 212 show of the year, right?
Yeah. And I was like, fuck it. Like, let's just do that. And then I can feel some sort of redemption. Like, even though obviously New York's probably the hardest show, but I'd love to go back there and just be all-time best. Because then, like someone like Tyler and that will be like, oh shit, look at him now.
Yeah, transformation.
You know? And they'll just think I've made this crazy transformation when even I probably will. But even though I was so off, they might not even know. Maybe they just thought that was just me. But obviously he would have, if you watch the video, bro, he's not stupid. He would have seen the fucking lump.
Yeah.
And he would have noted it down. But a lot of guys have lumps on their glutes. Now that I had that, I always look for it. And a lot of guys do have lumps, but there's having a lump is one thing, but when it's infected like mine, bro, it was spreading through my whole lower back. So you could see all my lower back was all like, it was fluid. Fluid. It was like you put a fucking, you pumped it full of air, like with an air compressor, you know, like it was all my skin was all fucked up. One side of my body looked all weird. Like it really fucked my body up, you know? So
I always pick out the guys at the Nationals with lumps on their asses. I'm just like, why
some guys can have a lump in their ass. It's bad, but they're still dry all around it. Like it's like in a little capsule. I think mine just spread throughout my body and fucked me right up. You know, So
I got cellulitis at work once. I was got a scratch on my calf, and both my calves, like within 24 hours of night, just swelled up like crazy. I went to get up off the couch, and I couldn't even walk. I just fell on the floor. Mrs. drove me straight to the emergency ward. 1 penicillin shot within 3 hours was fine. It was all gone.
Oh man, that made me so angry when they wouldn't give that to me, bro. I had a dummy spit at the fucking thing. I'm like, why can't you just give it to me? Like, if it's for a sexual disease, then just write it down. Like, I'm from Australia, we have it, and my doctor was texting me. I'm like, my own doctor said that I can have it, and she just shut him down. I don't care. I've been a nurse for 12 years, blah blah blah. And then I said, well, I'm fucking out of here then. And she's like, you can't leave. And I'm like, yes, I can. I just ripped the fucking thing off my wrist. And I go, I'm going to go home and drain it myself. And then she had a full massive argument with me. She's like, you can't do that. I go, I can absolutely do whatever I want to my own body. I said, you're refusing. I've told you that I have a competition, which they obviously don't care about the competition. You
Yeah.
know?
No, they don't give a shit.
I said, I understand you do it. You take the tablets and it'll be better in 3 months or a month or whatever. It took 3 months plus. I said, but you got to understand, I've invested a lot of time and money into this, sponsors and everything. I need to do everything in my power to try and fix it by the weekend, which is obviously an impossible task, but you're going to try, aren't you? Especially when you hear stories about penicillin fixing it quick. It's so frustrating when they won't even do it.
Mm.
So, and then I just stormed out of there. That was the night that I self-drained it. I was like, well, fuck you. I'm going to just do that. And that was like rock bottom, man. When I did that, I was thinking, this sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But
Should
I
have hit up
never,
a vet.
huh?
You should have hit up a vet. I've heard of there's a vet product that someone was talking about, and it's like penicillin, but for animals.
Oh, really?
Apparently, like,
Yeah.
So we're
I
doing
think
Anyway, I've never had an infection my whole life. Like, what is the odds statistically that you get it in the peak week of any show, or considering a New York pro? But like, what is the odds of that? You know, I just couldn't believe how unlucky. But that's the risk when you go to another country, right? And you're getting random gear. That is literally the risk that you take.
But
You know,
like you said, it's a rare oil. Who uses a rare oil as an ester?
I know, and what did go in unbelievably. Like it said
Terrible.
online, it goes in like butter. It really did go in like nothing. When I went in, I thought, oh, this is quality, you know, like. But that's the whole point of they saying it's got, like it just goes in like smooth, which it did. It was like olive oil was like straight in. But yeah, because he was looking at Stan was so nervous about it. He was looking into it and he found the article first and goes, oh, look at this. This is people can have the adverse reaction. But my argument with him was he gave me random shit that he doesn't use. He doesn't use that stuff. So that's why I was off it, you know, like that's the full transparency. That's the truth of what happened. So I was off him because I was like, bro, you're supposed to give me what you use because then it's safe. You know what I mean? Like that's what pros that help each other often do. You just share your own shit, and then at least you know, well, this is what I use, and I've never had a problem with it. So, and then if something happens, then well, fuck, that's just bad luck.
That's another reason why bodybuilding's harder in Australia because we always take so many risks. Whereas people in Europe, they'll just take the gear with them. People in the States, they compete in the States. So we always have so many more variables.
Yeah,
So you're obviously with Dean now. How have you found that compared to being with Patrick?
Obviously it's going mad, like great. Dean's awesome. They're both pretty strict, to be honest. Dean's probably more strict than I thought he would be. Like similar, I get nervous for his check-ins. Like Dean wants way more information than Patrick, which obviously for me it's a bit of a shock. Like I'm not used to giving him fucking. Even lately, he wants all my steps every day. And I'm like, bro, like I'm off season. Like I'm doing. He's like, you do the least amount of steps of anyone. I do like 3,500 a day. And sometimes I'll just write 3.5 to 4 roughly every day, and it's not exact, and he can tell, and he goes, "These aren't exact, aren't they?" I'm like, "No, it's close enough." And he's like, "No, I need to know exactly." He really wants to micromanage everything, you know. But
I guess that's normal for me and Cam because we've been with him for so long. But kind of it just makes sense. Like if you have your finger on the pulse across the board, you're going to be able to.
I get it in prep because Patrick would do that. In prep, Patrick wanted to know my steps because it would definitely matter. Like when I was overseas in Hollywood once, I went to Hollywood for the day with Jade when I was doing Indy Pro. I did 30,000 steps out of the blue.
Yeah, that was smoke,
and I was doing 10,000 prior, bro. I got home and I had a skeleton face. Like I looked like I was fucking. Oh man, I reckon that was the leanest that I ever looked in my life. But that's really relevant because he had to feed me up a little bit because I was like, man, we've done a lot of steps. And he got angry at me. He's like, why the fuck have you done so much steps? And it was because of Jade. It was always because of Jade. She didn't care about bodybuilding. She wanted to go sightseeing and do all this shit. And I said yes. And before you knew it, we had this huge fucking day out shopping in Hollywood. This is in my peak week. And I've done fucking 3 days worth of movement in one day. You know, so that was really relevant then because it was always her wanting to do her own personal shit and never giving a shit about the actual process, you know? So I'm hoping that this result is way better because she's not there. As long as she just doesn't somehow find a way to try and fuck my life up. But you know, like it just shows you when you have the wrong woman in your life, fuck it. And Sam knows what it's like. Like it's so hard to keep calm and then when they're with you, like she didn't care about bodybuilding. All she cared about is a holiday. I don't want to like talk shit about her, but this is the truth. Like she was only there because for the holiday, like, you know, so it's hard to imagine when you're by yourself. This next time I'll be resting, I'll be relaxed, like I'll be like calm,
This
and
is the thing you got to look
I'll,
out for next time is because you'll look like you're really loving it. You'll look your best. You'll speak highly of the process. Like you'll love it, and you do have to be wary that, speaking from experience, trying to go for those last shows, is that they can find a way to get involved somehow, and
I
it's
know.
yeah, it's
And
fucking
as you know, like I'm sure we both don't want to sit here and like talk shit about others, but to give people the negative side of going through this hell, they know when you're having fun and you're doing what you love, they definitely want to ruin it, man. Like when you've got someone that despises you or you're going through the worst part, they are 100% they want you to sabotage you. That's another reason why I didn't quit with the infection. I was like, no way am I quitting, like, because then she wins. I'm gonna crawl onto that stage. If I have to crawl, I said it to Logan, I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to put a bullet. I'm getting on that fucking stage. I don't care. I obviously am not gonna get the result, but I'm getting up there just to say that no matter what happens, I get up there. I'll never pull out, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to like going over with hopefully that's not involved, and I can sort of relax and then. But yeah, getting back to Dean, everything's going really well with Dean, but the food's like easier. The food is the most biggest change. Pretty much the main reason I went to him was the flexibility more with the food, and like I can eat less meals. I'm only eating 4 meals at the moment. There's never a time with Patrick in your entire life that you're eating 4 meals.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. And Patrick is absolutely awesome. Like I can't say higher, what do you mean a higher regard, but awesome, loving human being. Definitely, he fucking wants you to win. He cares. His check-ins are thorough. He rings you. He sends you long voicemails. Everything's like he fucking cares. When a lot of the other popular coaches don't give a fuck. Let's be honest. Like, you know, the famous gurus, I've heard that a lot of them just don't really give a shit, or they'll send you one-word answers and that. Patrick's not like that. Patrick's like, Dean, it's very thorough, but just polar opposite approaches, like 7 meals or 6 meals versus 4, and then Dean will listen. If I say, can we change this? He's like, yeah, we'll just do that. And then it's often a tasty meal that's fun or something I can eat cold, and he's more adaptive, I guess, in that respect. So I've been enjoying that part of it. And yeah, I guess I'm getting in a higher amount of carbs in now, easier, which was always what I used to always wonder. That's why I used to always ask Cam and Ryan questions. I'm like, fucking, how do you get all these carbs in? Then I was like, I fucking need to try this approach, because getting all your carbs in from rice and potato sucks ass.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
especially
sometimes,
potatoes, man. Fucking
bro. It was the worst hell, man. I fucking
Was Patrick big on like fruit and veg and that sort of thing? Or?
yeah, big on veg, but nah, fruit. No, you got a banana, and then like some preps I had pineapple, and then New York last year I said, oh yeah, we're doing pineapple again. He goes, no. And I'm thinking, what's fucking wrong with pineapple all of a sudden? And then I was like, why? And he goes, no pineapple. And I'm thinking, well, I want it. And then Dean would just add the pineapple, right? But he's like, no. And then I'm like, what about the post training? We always, for years and years and years, we did rice cakes and jam. I'm like, where's the rice cakes and jam? He goes, no rice cakes and jam. I thought, oh yeah, so we're just going to pure hell straight away, or like, you know what I mean? And I was thinking about what's the scientific reason why we don't have the rice cakes and jam and the pineapple now. There was just that just wasn't in it, and I was like, oh fuck, that were two of my favorite parts of my day.
Would
You know,
would
but
he explain that to you, or would he just say no and you
he
didn't
just
talk to
said
him
no.
about it? Or?
To be
Yeah,
honest, he
right.
just said no, and I was like, oh. And I don't think I had pineapple in my load, but the whole prep there was no pineapple and no jam and no rice cakes, which was odd because I really fucking liked that. But same thing, I fucking did that whole prep again in New York, no cheats, and I did it easy, to be honest. I think I was going through so much hell with Jay that it was a fucking good distraction with me. I didn't really care about. Yeah, it took me 3 or 4 weeks to get in the groove, but then I just didn't even give a shit about having a refeed or anything else, you know?
Yeah.
So I ate the same plan the fucking whole way. Didn't have one single cheat meal, refeed, or anything. Dean doesn't like the word cheat meal. Free meal, he says. So
Free meal, off plan meal.
yeah, I always say cheat meal, and he goes, "Don't fucking say that word." I'm like, but so yeah, but so at least I know I can do it. I've done it millions of times with him. But another thing with Dean, what I'm excited about is how much fuller can he keep me, because I know my body. And I said to Patrick, one prep I did convince him. It was during COVID. I said, "Can we try something?" He goes, "What is it?" I said, "I want to have a weekly refeed." Just to prove a point. I know that when I do that, my cortisol drops, and I have like a family day with the kids, and we have a nice meal out, and it does something to my body where I relax, and then I look crazy, obviously Monday, Tuesday, but it never halts my fat loss. Like I have the same progression, because I remember as an amateur I did it. I had the same fucking fat loss progression, same pinch readings when I was doing no cheat meals, and I wasn't as flat. And we did that. I was supposed to do New York and Indy Pro. That was when I got to 7, 8 weeks out, and they shut the borders, and I fucking couldn't leave the country, which is pure bad luck, because the guy that won the show, I just beat him in the Olympia. But that prep, when we quit at 7 weeks out, was the craziest that I ever looked. My glutes were striated. I was cruising through prep like it was a breeze. Having a weekly refeed, I was thinking, this is the easiest fucking prep of my life. And then I brought that up. I said, "Remember that prep we had to pull out of?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What about the thing we did with the cheat meals?" And he goes, "What are you saying?" I said, "That was the best look we ever had." And that was, we made it to 7 weeks out, and then he just didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
He's like, "No," just like he listened to me, but then just said no. I'm like, and I
I
was
quite
thinking,
like that approach. I haven't done it with
Yeah.
like untracked food, but I've done it with like maybe 2 highs, 5 lows.
Yeah,
Works
I
pretty
think
well.
yeah, we were, from memory, it would have been like 3 highs, a couple of lows. No, yeah, 3 highs, 4 lows, and then one free meal. But the free meal was often like a steak and chips,
Yeah.
which is not that much fucking cheat meal anyway. And then like a small dessert after. It was like a little small, 2 scoops of ice cream or something. That was what I was having, or a big breakfast at a cafe. One of them two things. Wasn't
Yeah,
some
I think
psycho thing.
like I've spoken about this before. It's a bodybuilding like physique preparation. It's not just a dieting contest.
Mm.
Like you need to hold on to your muscle. Like it's
Yeah,
like you need to be
and that's
fit.
it. And that's the thing. When we pulled out, my weight was heavy. I remember thinking, "Fuck, I'm actually heavy." Like I was still like 102, I think. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, "Fuck, this is going to be a heavy weight." And I was just, and then I never stopped thinking about that, when you have a gut feeling. But I get so attached to coaches. It's like a relationship. I get too afraid of leaving them, And then me and Patrick, we're such good friends. And like, I have love for him, I didn't want to, I was too afraid of leaving. I thought I would rather just work with you. I'm the opposite of those guys that, where they don't like your method and then they just dump the coach and move to the next one and they do fucking 3 coaches in 1 year. That's not me. I'd rather converse with the coach as a team, and then let's make a change and just perfect it. And then we'll just, because you might as well continue the project together and just get it right. Because when you start with a new coach, you fucking start at square one again.
Yeah.
You've only been with Logan, Patrick, and Dean, hey?
Charlie Duca for a little bit, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The year I won my pro card, Charlie Duca prepped me for the first 3 quarters of the prep, and then I took over the last month. I just said I wanted to take over myself, and then that was the year I won my pro card. And to be honest, that year I prepped myself perfect. It was the second time. I prepped myself once in 2016 at the Arnold, and I fucked it up. I didn't deplete hard enough, and I loaded too early, and it was a shit look. It was your mind plays games with you when you prep yourself.
Yeah.
And I fucked it. So then when I won the pro card, I fucking learned my lesson. I was like, all right, and I fucking pushed proper hard I really depleted myself and really went hard. And then I did my peak week then, meal to meal. I literally looked at the mirror and just kept slowly loading myself and just micromanaging. I didn't even have a weekly plan. I just sort of coasted through the week until I found the look I wanted and then cruised in with that look. You know what I mean? So, but that's the 2 times I prepped myself. So, yeah, I haven't had that many coaches because, like I said, I usually am loyal. Like Logan was the first 4 years of my 3 4 years of my career, 3 years of my career. So, but yeah, Patrick, you can't. The only shit thing with Patrick, the only negative thing with Patrick, there's no conversations you don't have an input with him.
Yeah.
It's his
Your
way.
considerations aren't taken in.
And I don't want to get involved with what happened with Keone, but if I had to have a guess between us, I got a feeling that maybe he was wanted to do some other options, and they were butting heads. And if Patrick has a inkling that you're not fucking doing what he says, you're toast.
You're done, yeah.
And it doesn't matter who you are, obviously, because look at Keone.
Mm.
You know, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're not doing what he says, which is sort of fair enough. What's the point of coaching someone if they're not going to do? You know how you hear of someone getting coached and you know the athlete and they're not following their coach's plan. I always feel like saying, "Bro, fucking, what are you doing?" Like, I've seen guys paying coaches, literally paying them, and doing their own plan. That is the dumbest fucking shit. I feel like there was another time where they were paying, two coaches at once, or I think it was paying one coach and then following what the other coach was saying. I've seen that before as well. I don't understand that. I'll follow what Patrick says to my own detriment. I'll do exactly what he fucking says to the gram, and then if it fucks up, then it's on him. Like,
you hear that too about like everyone rags on Stefan for his like one word answers and stuff like that. But like he puts it out there and says, "This is the way I coach. If you don't like it, don't do it." Like, if you don't like it, go to someone else. And like he's quite open about that. So
I think that's why people like Patrick so much, because Patrick is very not like that. He's fucking, well, to me anyway, I don't know. I don't know. To me, he was like, he fucking cared about me, you know, like, so he'd ring me and we'd speak on the phone for half an hour. So we had a proper relationship, you know. So but I don't know what you mean. Like, apparently Chris Aceto's like that. He just sends you, doesn't even put me on 1 to 6. He'll just go fucking 3 kilos of beef, a kilo of rice, potato. There's your daily food. See you later. Sends a thumbs up. Apparently, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it obviously works for the people that he works with.
They definitely have their favourites, though. There's no doubt with their favourites that they're having proper conversations.
I don't think he's given Martin one word answers.
No way. Yeah, exactly right. That's it. There's probably a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 program, and if you're having a shit time, you're a tier 3. You know what I mean? You're in the outer ring that he doesn't give a fuck about. That's probably the blatant truth about it. Because I hear people saying, I heard someone say that Patrick gave them no time. Who was it? I can't remember fucking who it was. It was an amateur. And I was sort of thinking, maybe he just didn't like you, or it sounds really mean, but you're just not a priority to him. Because what he said was fucking polar opposite experience what I had with Patrick. But I was with Patrick since 2018, so it's a long time.
I was bottom tier with Matt Jansen, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I've heard some bad.
From Matt.
I've heard some bad ones from Matt. I've heard.
The only time he talked to me was when I said I'm leaving.
I feel like if you're a coach and you advertise that you have different tiers, like you sign up and you say, all right, you're on the low priority tier, and you know you're getting that, that's fine. But
if it was said, absolutely.
Yeah, but if it's not, if you're just signing up for coaching, then it should be across the board. It should be all the same.
Well, I remember when I inquired with him, he was super nice. Thanks for the inquiry. Here you go. I'll send you the consult form printed out, send it all back. And then I didn't speak to him for maybe a week or two. I was just sort of thinking, because he makes you buy 6 months up front. And then he would send voice notes and that. He's like, hey, just reaching out, see how you're going with that application. If you're still going through, he goes, hope this is weird for you, but communication's the biggest part of my coaching and everything. And it was that voice note that sold me. I went, fuck, you know what? That sounds pretty cool. That was the last time we spoke.
As soon as the money hit the bank account, it's fucking
Oh, every check-in looks good, keep going. Looks good.
Who was that?
That was Matt Jansen.
Yeah.
What prep was that?
Back around when we were coming back out of Rona. And
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about Matt? I've never spoken to him in my life. And somehow he must know who I am, because I was in the Olympia and I was sitting there with Sergio, and he's walking, and we're sitting in the 10 rows back, watching the Olympia. And he walks up the stairs, and then he literally stops, turns around, spots me in the crowd, walks through 3 seats and taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, bro, how you been?" And shakes my hand. I'm thinking, I've never fucking spoke to you in my life. And I was like, how does he? I don't know how he even knew me, because I was like, yeah, it's like he acted like we're bros. I've never spoke to that dude in my life. He must have noticed my profile on Instagram or something, and he's just noticed it, or through Sergio. I thought it was nice. I was like, don't get me wrong, but I was like, have we fucking chatted before? I don't think I've ever DM'd him in my entire life, or even wrote on his posts ever.
We saw him at the last Olympia we went to as a
Yeah.
carrying two drinks to the crowd. Fucking
bro. That's no. So that's the
hammered.
one. That's the one he spoke to me at, bro. He
Oh,
tapped
is
me on the
it?
shoulder, and he goes, "Hey, bro, how you been?" I'm like, "Yeah, good, man. How are you?"
He's
And I'm like,
fucking hammered.
"Yeah." I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
You should have said to
but
him, "Who are you?"
yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong, it's nice. Like, I'd rather that than people being a cunt in real
Yeah.
life. But I just thought
Yeah.
we'd never spoke before. It must be through Sergio, bro. You forget how big a reach he's got. You know, like
Mm.
he would have seen all the shit with Sergio when I hung out with him heaps of times, and I was sitting with Sergio too. So
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah,
What's your thoughts
yeah.
on the Olympia and the results, and like Nick, where Samson is, Martin?
Oh, it was the hardest one fucking I ever chose, to be honest. I really didn't know who
Mm.
was going to win. You know, I wasn't sure if Hardy was a little bit harder, but obviously Derek had the size. But I can see what people were saying. His arms look a bit fucking balloony, like they don't have the condition. But people that were there, the only thing I will say, like the Olympia that we were at last year, it's so different. I know, I hate to be cliche, but Sam will tell you, it's so different in person, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
everyone looks way freakier, and it doesn't make a difference for some, but it makes a difference for others, because some people are like, "Oh, he's way off," and I'm like, "No, he's actually not." Like, I'm there. He looks pretty fucked up. Like, and then when you watch it back online, I'm like, "Oh, they look nothing like what I when I was watching them fucking front on." It does look a lot different. And Derek was just so imposing. Like, he walked out, everyone that I seen, they were like, "He's fucking so much bigger. He's put so much size on." Where him and Huddy used to be neck and neck for size, and now, to be honest, he's actually considerably bigger than Huddy. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
so he's pulled a bit of a gap there, and I think the IFBB now, their fucking number one thing is size now. Like, they want, and you can't say he's got a shit waist. He's got a fucking good waist too.
Mm.
It's not like, "Oh yeah, but his size, but he's got a bubble gut." No, Derek has a fucking good waist as well. He doesn't have the graininess. No, he doesn't. But from photos that I've seen, that from people's phones that were actually close, it was actually the driest that he ever was.
Mm.
So I agree. To be honest, I think they got it right. But it was the hardest fucking Olympia, I reckon, almost I've ever seen. I knew he was straight away when Samson walked out. He was downsized. Some people were writing online, "Samson's going to win." I'm like, "Are you off your head? He looks 30 pounds lighter."
Mm.
And I felt sorry for Samson, because he just followed the judge's advice. And unfortunately for him, he's just got one of those physiques. You know how some people don't understand? Some people are just never, ever, ever going to get striated, fucked up glutes. Like, Cam diets for 4 days and has striated ass, right? You know, and then some guy, Samson will never have an ass as striated as Cam's, ever, as long as he ever lives. And he's obviously took the advice and gone, "Fucking let's fucking suffer." And he suffered through this prep. He did that guest posing, and he's just lost muscle tissue doing it.
Yeah.
And the end result, his glutes still weren't fucking really
They weren't much
dialed in.
better.
Yeah,
No, they weren't really.
Because he
To be
lost
honest,
muscle, they were soft and loose.
yeah, and you look at Derek, somehow Derek doesn't have the grainy look, but somehow God has fucking blessed him with these insane striated glutes as well.
He has more
He's
prayer
so
power.
lucky.
God is
He's
good.
so lucky he gets those
Yeah.
glutes. Like, Derek's a fucking etched out, fucking boxed off, like
Deep.
top to bottom, striated off the head. And I feel sorry, because Samson's at least he's tried it. He's ticked it off his list. He can't do that. His best look was the year before, and that's what he has to just run with. He's got
This might be the best thing for the fans, though, because now the fans can shut up, saying, "Oh, he's
People-
fucking," you know.
Right, people that are writing Samson off are idiots, because he will come back next year now, the biggest all-time ever, and he needs to just play the size game. He's never going to get the fucking striated glutes, but it's his only downfall. And if the rest of his physique is good, then he can no reason why he can't win it back.
And like you said, when you're there, but when we were there in person looking at Sanson when he won the Olympia, he's fucking peeled.
Oh,
Like on the
Yeah.
cameras, I know it doesn't look like it, but when he walks out and like his quads are like fucking deep, like
Mm.
it's better in person. Like, and the only thing he's missing is lines across the glutes, but they were boxed out, and the side of his leg was fucking like tissue paper. Like
Mm.
he
But
was
the
on.
thing is, when he loses the size, he lost all his back. His
Yes,
back was just gone, which is the same as me. If I diet too hard, my back just disappears.
yeah,
And
His arms
so is
and
my,
shoulders were small too.
yeah, my chest flattens out. Like it's the worst feeling too, because you're like, oh fuck. And then even at the show Prague, that they're like, oh, he's gonna fill up. I thought he won't fix that 100% in that short period of time. He's
yeah.
too far gone.
No.
yeah.
And they said like the promoters, he's coming in, he's filled up. I knew, even though I was close, I knew he wasn't filled up enough. He can't. It was literally too far gone. So and
Yeah.
then Martin capitalized. Martin looked even better.
Yeah.
Mark
And
looks
then
fucking stupid.
Martin was
Samson
sick.
Samson improved, but I reckon Samson caught back half of his fullness. He still had
Yeah.
another half to go.
As soon as they said he was 300 pounds again, I'm like, oh, he's fucked. He's gone too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, you're not going to get all that tissue back. It wasn't just the
Yeah.
glycogen. He literally lost
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah.
Even if you did fill
So,
up, even if you could fill up enough, you'd just look blurry filling up that quick.
Yeah.
yeah, Martin looked fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, he was
Holy shit.
nuts.
That peak was perfection. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, yeah. Martin, honestly, I said that, but I said this last year. Martin was impressed me the most in regards to, I just can't believe where he's come from. And I said it last year that 2025, he was going to fucking make bank. I think was what I said. I put him on my story after last year's Olympia. I was like, 2025, Martin's going to fucking make bank, because I could just see his trajectory. And I was like, his back was so competitive with Derek's. Like, no one can hang with Derek in the back. But Martin now, I reckon he almost matches him fucking closely in the
I
back.
think Martin's got more like density in his back. And like
Martin's
Derek's just got the lats.
Derek's got a better rear double. Derek's got the best rear double in the world, but Martin has a better lat spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the projection on Martin's back is better than Derek's.
Yeah. Derek's wider.
His is just Derek's just wider. Yeah.
That's why I think Martin's going to I reckon he's going to leapfrog Derek eventually. I know Derek's the winner. Derek's the winner now, but in the next 3 years or so, I feel like he'll leapfrog him a bit, But and Martin's condition at Prague was fucking perfect. Like, grainy, lean, full, round, really no faults.
Yeah, that was like probably one of the best peaks of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was raised.
And then the other thing that shocked me, which I didn't predict, Andrew Jack looked fucking insane.
Yeah.
He just needs
like
he needs more leg thickness, like from front to back. Like, he needs more hamstrings and like the side shots he gets exposed. But I spoke to Joey, Joey, the posing coach from the Dragons there.
Yeah.
He sits up too high in his side chest. He stands like almost too. He needs to sit into it. He can make them look better than they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not posing.
His arms are so long too. That's why he can't. You ever see he can't do a side tricep properly because his arms are fucking halfway down his hamstrings.
Yeah, when he does his side chest, it looks like he doesn't want to be there. He's not interested. He half-asses it. He's fucking standing tall when he should be like sticking the rear leg into the front leg and pushing it and sitting low into it. Fucking, it looks like he makes no effort in it. And then you look at the other boys' side legs, like Derek's is fucking hamstrings on the floor, like, and Derek's quad from the side, and then the same as Samson has like samurai sword cut through the fucking side of it. He gets exposed so badly on those side shots that you can't have him ever win until he corrects that. It's too much of a gap.
He improved a shit ton from the back.
Yeah. Because
his rear double was good.
Because he looks scary as a physique. Like, the fucking abs and thighs is the best abs and thighs in the IFBB. And he's imposing, but he's just got to fix those side shots or just keep doing what he's doing. But like, I think he has the potential. But
it'll be interesting to see if he looks the same this weekend.
Isn't he?
Is it tomorrow?
Romania.
Yeah.
Romania.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing Romania.
Yeah.
That was the biggest he was, because when he started walking to the front with his arms out, everyone just looked fucking like children. He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
was so fucking big, man. It was like it was cool to see, and he was in sick condition. So
What do you
yeah,
think?
What the hell's Nick Walker gonna do
I
now?
was gonna say, well, I was about to say, what do you think? What can he do to improve his position?
Bro, I think he's in the worst position of the lot. I
Mm.
don't know. What do you even do, bro? Like, I don't I'm never
Somehow
gonna
shrink the waist.
He said
yeah.
he's never going to get a coach again. He reckons.
No, that'll never happen. He'll get a coach.
He said he's going to coach himself.
I
It'll
heard he
be.
said he's gonna coach himself, but I didn't hear him say that it's never again. But
I'd
yeah.
like to see it because then it's like Samson getting shredded. Like, okay, do it.
Yeah.
But doesn't William Bonac coaches himself now, right?
Isn't he with
No,
Stefan?
Stefan.
Stefan.
I know for a while he did. He left Neil Hill and he coached himself, and he actually looked good.
Yeah.
I
You
reckon
wouldn't
Nick
be
should get.
fucking eating. You wouldn't be eating LCMs with Patrick, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Huh?
You
Wouldn't be
wouldn't be
able
eating
to.
LCMs with Patrick.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, Aaron,
Like
you know what's good for carbs, Aaron? Woolies
What?
finger buns with the hundreds and thousands, 55 carb each.
Oh,
Mm.
Come on. Takes me back to my fucking 7-year-old.
Right.
Fucking life.
Smash a finger bun.
I'm only getting one Alcium bar a day at the moment. I'm fucking starving.
Oh, that's sad.
I've been dieting for 4 days and I'm fucking already so hungry. Oh, I wanted to cheat today. I'm like, fuck it, it's the off season. Who cares? And then I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'll do it. I'm doing what I'm told.
My missus puts her LCMs in the fridge.
Bro, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that last week.
It's better.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I just fucking threw them in the fridge. Oh, I know why. Because I left them in my car and they're a little bit melted and a bit weird. And I just fucking threw it in the fridge to harden them up a bit. And then I left them in there. And then after they tasted good, I was like, oh, that
Yeah,
actually was
she's
good.
shaking like this.
Yeah,
It's like
good.
when you put Freddo Frog or chocolate in the fridge.
Yeah, chocolate in the fridge.
Chocolate in the freezer.
Yeah, freezer.
Cold chocolate's way better than room
Dark
temperature.
chocolate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've always put chocolate in the fridge.
Put it in the freezer.
It's got to be cold.
I'm the only room
Well, so
temperature one here.
freezer, so you fucking snap your tooth when you bite it.
No, it's got to be the right kind of chocolate, but like good dark chocolate in the freezer is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
So,
done.
Back to Nick Walker. I reckon the Red are fucking.
Yeah.
So
What?
something got involved and he couldn't peak right.
Slowing the slowing his digestion and
Well,
blowing his
just
gut out.
slowing his
Right, it's
digestion
funny,
and blowing
it's-
his guts out.
Yeah.
Right, it's
Yeah.
funny you say that. Funny you say that. Everyone's bragging on about running all this redder, but I've heard a few pros have some fucking bad issues, and then when they switch to off season, they fucking can't eat anymore.
Yeah. It took me 6 weeks to get my appetite back, Aaron.
Bro, fuck that, man. Like,
But,
that shit scares me because I don't really have an issue with fucking getting lean.
yeah.
People have said to me, like, you running, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not a thing that I have an issue with. Like, I get hungry and prep. Don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to do a prep when you're not hungry, but I just don't remember in the New York Pro Prep ever having any days where I was fucking hating life that bad. I was just like, I was sort of just, it was just not as bad. Olympia,
almost like
I don't know why Olympia prep was the worst I ever had. I was fucking starving, but I don't know why that was different, but
That could have been because you're like coming off because you had the win in NZ. Was that early in the year?
yeah, March. That was when
Yeah, and
New York.
then just
Yeah.
continuing on the diet, like trying to like rebound and then come back down again. That would be fucking hard, man.
Yeah, and then he did obviously diet me hard Olympia, but I was and it was a good result because that was fucking inside out.
I feel like Red is only for lifestyle people, like people general weight loss. I would never use it
Yeah.
for anyone in prep. I'm never using Redder on clients.
I said that the other day. I said I feel like it's for fucking obese people that just cannot stop,
Yeah.
and they don't have any. If they have repercussions where they can't eat, it doesn't affect them.
Mm.
You know, we're different. Sometimes we want to eat heaps. Sometimes we don't want to eat. It's fucking. We got to change the circumstances here and there. And if you're gonna have that permanent damage, well then fuck that. You know.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you're a bodybuilder on prep, you should have perfect blood sugar levels. So the blood sugar control shouldn't really be a benefit. And if you can't handle being like dieting for a show, like maybe you shouldn't be competing.
Cholesterol issues.
That's the only benefit is the not feeling hungry because obviously your blood sugars will be fine, and that's obviously one of the main things of the red is it perfectly controls your blood sugar, increases insulin, and it increases insulin sensitivity. But your sensitivity is mad in prep
because you're lean. You're fucking lean.
Yeah,
but having insulin sensitivity, but then a digestion that doesn't shuttle the carbs to the right place.
Shoot yourself.
It's irrelevant. Yeah.
And then how bad is the digestion if people have got it that bad? Are they even absorbing the food?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I feel
that's
like you can't carb
horrible.
load on Reddit. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe Nick goes to fucking eat all these carbs and his guts are all fucked up. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I
Mm.
reckon.
Got to feel
he's
more.
probably the first.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
that's my theory anyway.
It's definitely not going to make your waist smaller if it's
Yeah,
slower for food to go through.
it can only make it bigger.
And you're punching down 1,000
I
carbs.
always think, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I'm sort of happy with certain shows I've done, like Olympia. I was stoked with. Like, I'd be happy just to repeat that with a smarter dieting approach with Dean.
Mm.
You know, so I don't need any extra drugs. I don't need new drugs. I'm happy to do the same drugs. Just have more refeeds when Dean says. And then another thing is Dean, which is I'm excited about him controlling the volume of my training, because I know that I overdo it. And maybe I overdo it to my detriment where I fucking lose tissue. Like, because in prep, you get in that fucking savage mindset where you train so long and so hard that I know for a fact sometimes it has it's to my detriment.
Yeah, well,
You know,
sometimes you over pump and you keep going sets until you chase it. And you're like, oh, fuck.
oh, I'm in the kill zone, bro. I'm like, no one's doing this. No one's gonna do another
Yeah.
set, bro. I'll do
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
I remember days, bro, and I'll say to myself, do another exercise, and I'll literally do fucking. I've had exercise leg sessions where I've done 10, bro, and I'm like, no one is gonna fucking do this. I remember a week and a half out. Logan can attest to this. A week and a half out from fucking New Art NZ Pro, I tried a front squat 5 plates. And then I stacked it really bad, fell on the fucking floor at Coombe Gym, and I'd watched Dorian Blood and Guts beforehand. And I was fucking walking in the gym angry as fuck, like haloed up to the eyeballs. Like, and I was thinking, I'm going to train so fucking hard that no one is going to do this shit. Like, I'm going to out train everyone. I look at that now, I'm like, that was so fucking dumb. And then when
That's
I
the
stacked
biggest thing that Dean will do is he's going to get you to do enough, and it's going to get such a better result because it's just enough. It's
and
not
then
like
after I stacked that front squat, bro, I picked all the plates up, put it back on the bar again, took half off, and then did 4.5 plates until I fucking got the set out. And then I remember Adam Dowling and Logan going, "You're a fucking idiot," and I was like, "Yeah, but no one's training like this, you know." And then I look
for good reason.
now,
reason.
yeah. And then I just thought I was being hardcore. I thought I was just, you know, when you go to a show, I thought I literally fucking went all in. Like that's the mentality I had, because I won't have a cheat meal. Like I won't not follow the plan, and I know that I train hard, but the training thing can definitely fuck you up. And then the more I watch about John Jewett, who has the same mentality as Dean, about pulling back into show, and he'll come in and just do like some single leg extensions, are really easy shit. And I'm like, fuck, is that all he does? Come into a show. And I look back at my last leg session thinking, I always tell myself, you've got to torture yourself, you know? And that's stupid.
I think
like
upper
that.
body
It's
can
pretty
go a
much-
bit harder. Upper body can go harder closer to the show, but lower body, no.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
but the
much
legs-
the same
the
thing with everything to do with bodybuilding. It's pretty much the exact same. Like it's more does more until it works against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with
You
gear.
can say that across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it took me a long time, but Charlie noticed it years ago. He rang me years ago. He goes, Aaron, I think he told Mike Pearson apparently about me and said, Aaron's the fucking only person I've ever prepped where if I tell him to do something, he does 20% more. And then he'll lie to me. And then if I find out he done an hour cardio instead of 40. And I'll just go, yeah, but I was in the zone. And I did that with Patrick a little bit, but then I told him the truth 2 weeks later. I said I've been doing 40 minutes instead of 30, which only a little bit. And then he had a massive argument with me. I just didn't feel like, I always felt like I wasn't doing enough. I always had this feeling like I'm not fucking working enough hard.
Aaron, that comes from being brought up tough and like being a worker.
Yeah, but
it also takes a bit of trust, like because we get this like fucked up headspace where we feel like if we do more, we're going to get more.
Fucking bodybuilding.
It takes a bit of trust in like the process to actually do what you're told, and then realize that it works better, and then you go, okay, like you know.
You don't want to be one of those pussies. Oh, I'm managing fatigue, because 90% of the guys that fucking say that are fat cunts that can't even get on stage shredded. I hate when people say that.
And they don't train hard.
For sure.
I hate when people say they're managing fatigue when they're literally just lazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's nothing
but if you're squatting 5 plates 1 week out, you probably should be managing fatigue. So
some squatting, but in some people's cases, like people like me that are trying to kill themselves, now I definitely agree that I need to manage fatigue better. So Dean has already had that discussion with me. He's going to manage my I'm still writing the training out. I'm doing it this week because I said no for a while that I'm doing the training and he doesn't do my training. But then so this week I'm writing my training out and he's letting me do the. He's going to look at it, but let me do my own training. But he's going to manage the volume of it.
That's what he
So
does
Yeah.
with me. I do my own training,
yeah,
but he just looks at it every week.
but
And
He's
it'll
the
still
sort of
be
bloke who
it'll still be an educated discussion. Like, oh, he might say, hey, bro, you're missing this movement, and I'll go, oh, let's add that in, or vice versa, or I'll say, hey, what do you think about this? So that's a better way because then you're learning, and then we're both on the same page. So I've told him how I train. He's pretty content with what I'm doing,
Mm.
and but I'm sort of intrigued to see what he does with the volume because I might learn something, you know.
ever
Yeah.
since I've been coached by John Jewett and like managing fatigue, well, 2 hours because we train so hard, but like knowing when to push and pull your food and pull your training and that, the fat loss just comes off so much easier when your
Yeah,
body's not stressed.
I just want to see how much fuller he can keep me. I know
Yeah.
I look back at other preps when I was just remember I'm doing these sessions that are fucking killing me, and I don't have no refeeds either. There's no
Yeah.
refeeds after it. Different if you fucking killed yourself and then Dean goes go and have fucking 2,000 calorie meal or something. No, that wasn't never happening in Patrick. You're going home and having a salad. Like that's and that's got to be factored in too. I wasn't replenishing either.
Yeah.
Not definitely at 2 weeks out. I wasn't. That
Mm.
I would have been in depletion then,
See, when
which
you're
is even
pushing yourself that
worse.
hard as well, you become just like more aggressive, more angry in nature as well because you're so tired all the time. Whereas when you pull back and you're feeling good, you're just happier, you're better. That's another reason your mood, the prep feels so much better.
Yeah, and I felt like death,
Yeah. And
death
if you're not
walking.
smart, you can like your body won't move because it's stressed, and then you think, oh fuck, I've got to do more. Where it's like,
Mm.
no, you have to do a bit less
It's-
Yeah,
to
there's
get your
no,
body
there's
moving,
no,
to get
there's
your
no
body
doubt
moving again.
if you punish yourself enough, your body's just going to tell you to fuck off. There's no
Yeah.
doubt.
Hey guys, I got to run and do shit with the kids.
Yeah, take it easy, Sam.
Good. Cheers for jumping on, Azza. Good to see you, bro. And I'll speak
Yeah,
to you
thanks, boys.
soon.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Does everyone want to do rapid fire Q&A?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
There's a few questions.
What shows you going to do, Cam, next year? You're going to do end of
Cool
year, right?
that.
Yeah, Dean did my check-in yesterday, and he kind of just mapped out a tentative timeline for end of the year.
Yeah.
But it's really going to depend on what I look because I'm like mid growth phase now, so I think we've got another 8 weeks left, 8, 9 weeks. Then we'll do like a tidy up, another growth phase, like that might be a little bit shorter, like 12 weeks, and then
Yeah.
it'll just be like seeing what my body looks like then.
Are you going to go
Like,
to Europe?
I don't know if like you, I don't like. We're both in the point now where you like the goal's to win a show. So
Yeah.
like if my body doesn't look like it's ready to win a show, then I'd rather just wait till the next year. Do another
Yeah, true.
do another growth
Yeah.
phase.
Can we do Romania and I'll come watch?
Well, that could be on the card because
Romania's sick, man.
Romania
I
is
want to go back and
like
B might be doing
we've
it.
actually kind of timed it out for these
Yeah.
shows that are on now.
Fuck.
So
Romania's cool.
if I'm doing
Post
well
Olympia.
mid
Yeah.
next year, yeah. Yeah, it was funny. The dude who won the Mexico show, I beat him in Tampa and Texas.
Well, there was the Prague lineup was pretty average, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, that dude that won Prague was horrible.
Yeah, because you could do
Yeah.
Prague as well, Cam, after Romania.
Bro, Prague would be fucking sick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prague would be cool. I think. Well, there's Prague, Romania. I think there's Spain as well after Romania.
Yeah,
Because
Spain.
imagine the
Man Pro.
eyeballs. Imagine the eyeballs on Prague. Everyone's watching that
Yeah.
show, man.
Yeah, because well, I don't know, European 212 guys are no joke, but so.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised. But that happens. That happens from time to time again. Guys are just tired. They need a break, and everyone's competed. Then next
Yep.
minute, a big show comes along, and no one does it. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
your-
even in
there's
like
your-
the amateurs, the amateur Olympia, when me and Big Dave were there, Dave got like third in the super heavies. There was the top five was all as big as him.
Bro,
Yeah.
that amateur Olympia in Australia, I missed it because I was injured or something happened. I sat there and I watched it, and I was so annoyed because I watched someone that I already beat win an amateur Olympia title, and I was like, "Fuck!" That was the one on the Gold Coast. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think Sam Pierce competed in that. Who else did? And I missed it. And I was the kind of guy that I competed every show.
Yeah, that's the one B got second in. That's B lost to Kathy that year.
Yeah, I was so annoyed watching that. I was like, "Fuck this!" Like,
Oh, she should have got through.
Have
B
you
should have got
spoken to
through
Sam
that
lately?
year.
oh.
Have you spoke to Sam lately? Is he doing a show soon?
he was going to do Japan last minute and just jump into it, but
Matt O'Reilly's doing that as well.
yeah, it would have been mad. And that was what I said. It would have. He was supposed to be
James,
retired, but
James just
I
signed
was.
up for it.
James Hollingshead.
Yeah.
Matt's
Oh
retiring
yeah,
after this show. Matt O'Reilly after Japan.
yeah. Why did he
Yeah,
go
I was
one
chatting
more?
to him today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sam pulled the pin on it. So because Sam's
Okay.
fucking lean, he's already lean. He was gonna make it, but then he reckons he needs to be. What do you say at 140 fasted to be top 10 guy?
Mm.
So I think he's like,
Because he's so tall.
Yeah.
yeah, which is he's just not there yet. I think he needs another. Oh, I can't remember what he said. Another 5 or 6 kilos, which is still
He
a fair
looks
bit.
like
But
he's going well with Jamie.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, bro, Sam's life right now. He's living the dream in regards to
He posted
bodybuilding.
a back double by the other day. His back actually looks pretty good.
Mm.
Imagine he's got all the sups now. He's trains at Oxygen Gym in Dubai. Like fucking, he's straight. I'd love his to have his stress levels.
Mm.
Stress levels would be zero. His stress levels would be zero. If you hang around Sam, it's almost like he's stoned all the time. He's the most chilled out, like fucking just
He seems
nothing.
angry. He seems angry on social media.
Yeah, he gets angry when he talks, but I think that's just him getting worked up, and he's probably testosterone to the eyeballs. But
Yeah.
when you hang out with him, he's like a
No,
turtle.
he's very chill.
He's like he's chilled out, and he doesn't have a stressful life. I envy that. But and he's obviously got everything in his palm of his hands now. Like Dubai is the fucking best place in the world still, probably for bodybuilding. Really, he can order anything he wants to his front door in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I mean anything, bro. You
You
know.
can get like a person to come shave your body for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's
Well,
crazy the shit they do there, bro. It's fucking unbelievable. Like
environment
I think he said
makes such a big deal.
I think he said he ordered gear, but gear's illegal in Dubai. I don't know why people are saying that. It's still illegal. But I'm pretty sure he ordered gear and it was at his doorstep in 20
Yeah. No,
minutes.
they don't care over there because you can do whatever you want because they don't if you're selling like illegal stuff, it doesn't matter to them because you don't pay tax anyway.
Yeah,
So
but
they're not
it's
losing
funny. It's
out.
funny how he's saying you can get gear online to your door. But I guess it's just like ordering gear online here. But,
Yeah.
it's just amazing how fucking quick it comes. How the fuck does it get there that quick?
Mm.
But I remember Zach Smith was doing that in Mexico. He was on his stories. He's like, "Watch this," and he ordered some insulin and
Yeah.
like some test snappies or something. And then, like 25 minutes later, there's a knock on the door, and in the bag, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like it's all farmer grade. Imagine that. That's unbelievable.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Then we in Australia, it takes us it's heaps hard to get shit here.
It might turn
Yeah,
up a
that's
month
pretty
later.
fucking fake.
Yeah.
And the cops do care about it here. Well, they don't give a
Yeah.
shit, obviously, over in Dubai. There's millions of bodybuilders in Dubai.
Yeah. That's because we're not paying tax when we get it. That's why I hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dubai will be good. Expensive
The
life.
only thing is, I just can't live away from my kids, bro. I've thought about it so many times. I fucking was thinking about it this
Yeah, that'd
morning.
be hard for Sam.
I fucking miss my kids from week to week. And now my daughters are at their cutest age. They're 4 years old.
Yeah, it's a fun
And
age.
I just can't. I fucking hurt. I think about it. Why don't I just fuck off to Dubai for a year? And they miss me. I can tell. Today they didn't want to go home. They said, "Daddy, I want to stay." And I'm like thinking, when they say that to me, I'm thinking, well, imagine if you're in Dubai.
Yeah. Well, that's why Cam
So,
moved to Texas, isn't it? Cam is Boston.
Oh yeah, I can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't even move like down the Gold Coast. That's an hour away. Just because.
yeah. I know. Maybe when that, and he's older too, isn't he?
Yeah, Boston's 11. He's gonna be 12 next year.
I know. I'm sure Sam would have that mental battle as well. She's in fucking New Zealand. He's in Dubai, but he FaceTimes. I know he FaceTimes her and does shit with her on the phone, but there's no doubt he'd have days where he gets sad.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be hard to battle, because there'd be an element of guilt sometimes because you are chasing a personal goal, and then but like for context, she took Naya with her new partner to New Zealand anyway. So
so it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
he agreed. He could say no. He could have
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
And she legally can't go, but I don't know how ugly it would have get. But she
It's
said,
pretty hard though, because I know someone that happened. Like the chick just took the kids, and it's not as easy to get them in trouble as you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
"Oh, really?"
As long as if you don't have a court agreement or anything, then there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I thought I was told that they couldn't be away from further than 50 kilometers from here. Yeah,
Honestly,
even
no, they can do whatever they want. Same with you as well. Like you can do whatever you want if there's no like actual court agreement.
Thing
Like
is, like,
there's
yeah,
no one stopping anyone.
yeah, like let's say
yeah,
you went somewhere with your kids, Aaron. She'd have to go to a solicitor and she'd have to pay a heap of money to get the solicitor to send you a letter. And if you tear the letter up and throw it in the bin, kind of like nothing happens until you do something wrong with the kids and
Yeah.
have to get investigated. And that you have to like be in some serious shit before the cops will do that.
Yeah, yeah. Or like
yeah. So
all the if you're
yeah,
ringing a police or
so
whatever,
it has to be court binding, signed off.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, the
yeah,
police need a reason, like evidence that you're not being safe.
yeah. As long
Or
as
you
the kids
you
are,
breach.
are like there's no harm to the kids,
Yeah.
then that's all the police.
Aaron's
That's all they
getting
care
ideas
about.
now, taking him and the kids as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't handle that. I'm just yeah.
All
Anyway,
right, so we'll do the rapid fire Q&A. How long does everyone warm up pre-session?
10, 15 minutes.
depends what
15
I'm doing.
minutes. Yeah.
When I'm doing
Yeah.
hamstrings, I take longer because my hamstrings feel dodgy when I'm warming up.
Mm.
Like some weird reason, my hamstrings I fucking warm up way longer.
I'll do a
And
lot
then
of like stuff for back pre-activation stuff, but
Yeah.
anything else, I'll just jump on my first exercise and just warm up doing my first exercise. It'll
Yeah.
take a while doing
Yeah.
that, and then just get into it.
That's on.
like shoulders and arms, it's fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not. I guess the bigger the muscle group, the longer the warm up. It probably makes sense.
Yeah. And also depends on the weather. Like if you're coming in a 37-degree summer day and you've been walking around or
Yeah,
something, you're pretty
true.
warm. You know?
Yeah, when it's freezing winter and you're in Doherty's in Melbourne, I'm warming up on legs for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on the bike and shit. Get some.
I get real paranoid with legs, bro. I always have this thing in my head when I'm doing hamstrings that my hamstrings are gonna snap.
You know what I do?
I've just found, like especially with legs, if I'm like, let's say I do an exercise and I don't warm up properly, and then that exercise warms me up, it's kind of shit. And then the second exercise feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%,
I
100%.
would rather like get really warm before I start that first exercise, so it feels
Bro, that's why I put usually my favorite exercise second for that reason.
yeah. So I'll do like adductor, and then when I get on the leg curl feels really good. And I'm like, oh, adductor kind
Yeah.
of waist, but
Another thing I've been doing lately, I throw calves in randomly at the start, but I'm not really supposed to. Because I just throw calves in willy nilly, and I'll just do calves just to warm my body up, and sort of primes my brain for training. Like
your
sometimes
brain's the biggest thing to warm up. Like if you do calves,
yeah,
3 sets, hard calves, gets you in the mood to be able to push yourself, and then you're sweet.
Yeah.
yeah, my calves lately have blown up, and then it's because I keep doing that. I come in to do delta that I wasn't in the mood, and I go to Logan, I fucking don't really feel like training. And I'm like, I'm gonna go do calves warm up, and I've been doing it heaps, like every second or third day. And my calves have fucking grown so much because I'll do 30 minutes of calves. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the mood to train then. For some weird reason, I don't know what it is. If I just do calves for 20, 30 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. Now I'm in the mood.
I
You know?
always put the seat warmers on the car as well so my bum gets warm before legs.
Yeah. All right,
That's good.
next one.
Realistically, how far can test and EQ get you? Seems like influencers say that's all you need to get big.
Well, my whole amateur career, that's all I use. I never even heard of Primo when I was an amateur. So
Yeah.
it can get you to becoming a pro. I used to use EQ a lot when I was an amateur. It's one of my favorite ones.
15 kilos with test and EQ.
Mm.
Yeah.
EQ is my second drug ever after using just test only.
Same.
Yeah.
Bro, all I did, my whole amateur life was just cycle between. Obviously, you're always on test. Everyone is. Who
Yeah.
cares about tests? It was always just cycling between Deca and EQ, and then some tests, some cycles I'd do them together. I
Yeah.
used to go like
Why not?
300 EQ, 300 Deca, and then together, and then it was just that was all I fucking really used in the off season. Never used Tren in the off season. Didn't even know what Primo was back then.
Yeah.
And
Or
I only
Mars.
used Mars. I thought Mars was a prep only drug.
Yeah.
So that was what we used to do. Yeah.
Yeah. You remember back in the day when we like I don't know if you started but like 15 years ago, it was always like the standard was just 2 mil. If you got to jump on test, it's 2 mil.
Yeah.
That's so
Bro,
racing.
my first course was so dumb. I got them off bikie mates are like Hell's Angels, and they put me on first ever course pro 3 mil of Bayer Primo test and syringes.
Fuck.
So 750 milligrams of fucking farmer grade test. I was the horniest motherfucker, and I put on 14 kilos.
Fuck.
Back
was
then,
like,
there was
bro,
no microdosing either. You just
No.
bang your whole gear for the
no,
week.
Yeah,
I'd go to his house, and guess what? He used to stab me with the fat needle you're not supposed to use.
yeah,
Those
20
things are fucking huge too.
Bro, it was like a maca straw in my arm.
harpoons.
I was thinking this. I couldn't lift my arms. I'm like, this sport's so fucked up. I lasted 6 weeks and I threw the towel in. Couldn't do it. And I was like, and I put so much fucking weight on. And then I found out years down the track how stupid that fucking, bro. That's more tests now than I do now. Like
Yeah.
15 years later, slightly, which is so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it was back then. I remember someone told me with training, they're like, "Oh, you either take half meal a day or a full meal." It's just two levels.
Yeah, well, my only bodybuilder mates were bikie boys. They weren't not real obviously not real bodybuilders. They were just jacked bikies.
Mm.
So that was where I was getting my information from.
But you ended up where you are now.
Yeah.
You
Then
know,
I
Olympian.
met real bodybuilders later, but I was like, fuck that advice was stupid.
Mm.
You know, but yeah.
So the answer to how big you can get pretty fucking big on test Nicky.
Yeah.
Even just
Yeah.
test only. Just test only. You
Drugs
get-
are drugs. Like it doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
So I reckon
Certain
I-
drugs
I-
you can turn pro and you can't
I
turn.
honestly reckon tests only too. Another
Mm.
thing I didn't really use as an amateur was growth hormone. Like that now everyone uses growth hormone, right? I didn't really use growth hormone as an amateur. I think I used it in the final year when I'm on my pro card. And we had times in Thailand we did those Thailand training trips where we did it in Thailand, but that was for 2 weeks.
I don't,
You know?
it wasn't as easy to get back then.
Nah, and I couldn't afford it, and then
People were
it
paying
was
like $750 a box or some shit. Like
yeah. I remember that. I remember between 600 and 800 it was, and then it just wasn't a thing that everyone runs it now, like almost year round. But growth hormone was way more hectic back then. You know,
Yeah.
like it was. And I always thought to myself, I did think to myself, if you want to be a good pro, surely you can win a pro card without it.
Yeah.
You know, I remember having a discussion backstage very vividly with these boys backstage. We were talking about what we were using, and everyone said they were on growth. And it was overall, I think it was one of the nationals I was in. And I was like, I'm not on it. And they're like, bullshit. I was like, I swear to God, I'm not on growth. And I remember thinking, fuck, everyone here is on growth. But then when I turned pro, I put a lot of size on because that's when I started using insulin and growth.
Mm.
And then I put heaps of weight on. But I did that purposely. I held back and then saved it for then, do you know? You know what I mean? Because I remember I got lily tropin and I fucking blew up on it. But yeah, I definitely couldn't afford to run a year round. There's no way
No.
back then.
Everyone in America, Adrian Barrier, they were repping that steroid stim now is the best.
Sorry,
Yeah. It's so different now, isn't it? The whole demographic. Everyone's on primo now. Everyone's on growth. There's all these peptides. They didn't exist back then either.
yeah, everyone's doing like super low anabolics, no AIs, heaps of growth.
And we had times when me and my mates went fucking thirds in a bladder from a vet, and we just share that and run pro bladders, and it was called
75 pro.
it was called Tepro hormone. Remember that Tepro?
Mm.
And
The
then,
big
yeah,
bladder with the big hose that come out of it.
another one I used to get off a jockey. He was a jockey, and he'd give it to us, and we just share a bladder, and we were just on that was just on test only. And I feel like you blew up on that too.
I feel like people don't train hard enough now, mainly. That's why they don't get big.
Yeah, I don't know. But I used to eat like pure shit back then too, so it's probably just all sodium gains, like water retention.
When you're young, I feel like your body handles shitter food.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt, bro. Me and Logan were the worst ever. But I look at our photos back then. Our heads were fat as shit, though. You know, but
The next question: what's the best compound to run with test?
well, now
The
to
one that agrees
contradict
with you. The one that agrees
Primo.
with you.
Yeah, the one that agrees with you. Yeah.
that, for me now, definitely my favorite is Primo. Even now, I've just said this whole amateur, you don't need it, but I can't. Yeah, I feel the best on Primo, no doubt. If it's real,
And also
Because,
whatever
like-
you can get, whatever you
Yeah.
can get to stack with it.
whatever you can get with minimal sides, I guess, and that's for me. That's Primo. I don't really
Yeah.
get any shit
Yeah.
sides. And then my
It's got
blood
to be
results.
individual. You got to run your blood work and go off that. You can't just do it.
Well,
mate.
that's why Dean extended our grain phase, because like 5 weeks ago we're going to end it, and he goes, "Do you want to end it, or do you want to get bloods results? And then if they're good, keep going." And I said, "Well, to be honest, I'm over it. Like I don't want to keep eating this food." And then I said, but let's just get bloods. And then the bloods come back and everything was perfect. He goes, all right, let's do another month. And then we did another month again. I was only overeating the food. I was,
Yeah.
just
Which calories
doesn't
do you
matter.
eat?
And I don't eat a lot of calories. I obviously just don't have a big appetite. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to. I think it was like 4,800. It was barely 5,000. But for me, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for me, that's you hear Sam and like other guys, 6,000 a day. I'm like, well, that's not me, bro.
Yeah, but for your height, it goes
Yeah.
to the skin surface. The taller you are, the higher your metabolic rate.
Yeah, and probably got a bigger stomach and everything. True. I just around 5,000, bro. I'm fucking struggling.
5K is always where I hit a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's every day. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Some days you're all sweet, and then other days you're like, fuck off. Like when you've done a month straight, that's when you start to get over it, But yeah, but it's way better than I guess I used to be. So
Nice. Thoughts on peptide stacks? What do you running around?
Are they all just drug questions?
Yeah, no, that's the peptides is too like peptide. You need a fucking you're trying to achieve. You need a goal.
They're a fucking luxury item. You don't need them.
Yeah, train harder. Train harder.
The only peptides I was using was I had bursitis 2 months ago with Dean, and we had to have a month off. So that had to be factored in. We did a month where I backed the gear off the TRT again. I had bursitis on my shoulder, and it was fucking bad, man. It was bad. I couldn't barely lift my arm. And then I did the peptides. Then I did TB and BP, which they were fucking great. So
they're awesome. Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, I haven't really run any other peptides, bro. I just got sent some peptides yesterday from a guy that sponsors me. He just gives me free shit if I promote it, and I'm about to try it. But it's for anti-aging. It's that GK.
Oh, GHK copper. GHK copper.
Yeah. And apparently it makes you look younger. Like your skin makes your skin look amazing. I thought, oh fuck it, I'll try that. I'm single. I want to fucking look.
I know some people on it. They have said it's made their skin better, but but it's only why they're running it. And I'm like, it's just too expensive to run.
Yeah, I get it for free, but apparently it hurts. But
I don't know about if it hurts. I haven't used it.
Apparently it fucking stings, but yeah, I'm about to try that because I like to have my skin. I do take care of my skin pretty good. Like I get treatments, I get needling, I'm sponsored by a clinic, and I like my skin to fucking look good because the better you look and feel, the better I feel like I make an effort with that, So if this thing does make me look younger, I'll try. But if it's gonna fucking hurt, I don't know how I'll last. But and then, like you say, it is expensive. But if this guy's gonna send it to me for free, then no problem.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
I don't know if he'll keep sending it, but he sent me one bottle.
Was it a 50 mil or 100 mil?
It's only 10 meg bottle.
Oh,
so I think it's like
you meant to do a meg a day. That's
what I was thinking. This is 10 days worth, bro. If I don't fucking notice it in 10 days, I'm gonna put a post up and say shit. And if it's not obviously, then if you only send me one bottle, I'm assuming I must look sexy within 3 days. Then, right? Yeah.
It's just
I was gonna say that, bro. Like, you've sent me one bottle. Am I gonna be looking like considerably better in 2 or 3 days?
We'll see.
Because otherwise, you've just wasted that. Because you know what I mean? Because after 10 days, I look the same. Then my review's not. I'm gonna be honest in my review. I'm gonna be like, well, I fucking feel the same, and it hurts to pin my stomach. So I'm not gonna. What's the point?
I'm gonna look forward to that review.
But if I do it, bro, and I consider like my wrinkles are less, my skin looks like vibrant, then I'll be fucking stoked.
I think for people like us that are running GH, is that really going to make a difference?
I don't believe. How people say your skin GH anti-ages you. I don't believe that at all, to be honest.
You reckon?
I don't reckon that's saying. I think bodybuilding fucking ages you bad. GH doesn't make a difference. GH makes it.
We were like.
There's no way you fucking start taking GH and you start looking at your skin going, fuck yeah, I look younger. Never have I ever felt that. Never.
No, maybe it looks a bit tighter because you're fuller.
The only time your skin looks better is when your diet's better, bro.
Yeah, true. Diet makes a huge difference on skin.
Bro.
How many people do I know, like especially women, they spend a shitload on cosmetics. Their diet's trash. They're fat. They don't exercise.
That is the dumbest fucking shit. It's like they're fucking causing the problem and then using something else to fix the problem. That is so. I felt like doing a reel on that the other day with Redder. I was like, if you can fix an issue you have naturally, it's always the better option than taking another drug. Because then you take a drug to do this, a drug to do that. Next minute, they're going to be pinning drugs so I don't have to drink water anymore. This is fucking hydration peptide, bro. You don't have to drink water all day. Like, how far are we going with this? I'm taking Retta. Bro, it improves insulin sensitivity. Bro, why don't you just carb cycle and go for a 20-minute walk a day? Like, I don't want to inject another thing into my stomach. I'm only taking growth hormone. It's the only thing I inject. And even that pisses me off, bro.
Yeah. At night, you're fuck. Yeah.
Like, you watch Sam's videos. I watched Sam's YouTube the other day in Dubai, and he wakes up and he fucking stabs his stomach like 6 times, 6 different pins. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Yeah.
That's a headache for me, man. I'm thinking, I don't even do 2.
Yeah.
But I've had times where I do 2. Like, can't remember what it was. Maybe back when that was. I don't take insulin, but 2 years ago I did, and that was the last time I had insulin. 2 years ago, I was running Lantus, and that'd be the only time where I have to do insulin and growth hormone to get that, and that would fucking annoy me, bro. Doing 2 separate pins. I don't know if you can put them together, but I never did. I did them separately, but imagine doing. I can't imagine doing like fucking 4 or 5. That's not including your gear. That's just like. That's MOT-C and fucking SLU and GH and maybe IGF and fucking insulin. There's what? How many is that? 5?
BPC, melanotan.
Bro, there's 7 straight away, and they're all quite relevant in the prep, really.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think the best peptides are melanotan to help you tan for prep, BPC, TB only if you're injured, and then HCG if you want to come back.
I don't use. I luckily don't need melanotan. I'm already fucking. Me and Cam don't need it.
Yeah. You use her in Queensland. We're in shitty Adelaide.
I've got Greek genetics, bro. I'm dark as fuck at the moment, and all I do every morning is have a coffee in my backyard when the sun comes up, and it just tans me. Melanotan, I hate that sick feeling, bro. I fucking hate it, man.
I don't get it.
Right before I go to bed,
yeah,
I just jump into bed and lay down, and close my eyes, and it only takes like 30 seconds. It just fucking
bro. That doesn't work on me. I tried that fucking funky method. I pinned it, laid in my bed, and felt fucking physically sick in my guts. And then I couldn't sleep because I felt sick. And I'm like, fuck this.
When you first start, it's always worse. And then like give it 3 or 4 days and you get
really.
Yeah.
I don't get anything. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I think I've just never pushed to that. I've pinned it twice and thrown the towel in every time.
You get dark as a solarium.
Yeah, you get dark anyway.
And I can go to solarium, bro, once a month, and then I'm black, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Next question was thoughts and opinions on test and EQ, like the ratios of them, for an advanced lifter, apparently, who aromatizes a lot. And like you were saying before, Dave, it's all based on blood work. You don't know what
person dependent. Check your blood.
Person dependent.
Yeah. And another thing that's person dependent is some guys, me being one, can have really high estrogen with no side effects.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is, why do you need them high? That like the drug should support where you are in what phase with what training you're doing. And if you can get away with pushing your progression with food or training, do that. And then if you need drugs, you can put them in. But don't just go, I want a good protocol for a high drug stack. Like, why? What are you doing? Like, why do you need the drugs that we're there? Like, it's
it's funny. It's funny how our mindsets are nothing like that. We just go to what we were previously using, and then we assess it. And then when your gains have slowed off, you do an escalation in some area. Like we're going to escalate food by 100 gram of carb, and then next week you're going to go from 400 primo to 500 primo, and that's how we think. We don't go, oh, hey bro, send me a fucking crazy stack.
Yeah,
it's all relevant. It's like you're training.
Yeah.
And then you just do it, and then you get a response, get another response the next week, another response. Then you start slowing down. You go, all right, let's escalate something. What do you want to escalate?
Yeah.
I can't eat any more food. Well, gear's low. Let's up your gear by 100 milligrams. And then you do that. Milk that for all it's fucking worth.
Yeah.
And then you go, all right, bro, can you get in fucking 200 grams of cereal? All right, bro, we're going to up that. And that's how we think, you know?
Yeah, and it's like if you start at a lower amount and you're growing, just leave it. Like at the moment, I'm in prep with Cam. I'm on 40% of the gear I ran last prep.
Yeah, like when Cam and I went to Melbourne that time, we were what were we down there for? Was that?
I think it was the Nationals.
The first time when I just started with Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we started on really low gear. It was like fucking really low, bro. It was like 400 tests and like I think it was 300 milligram of primo. That's all it was. And I was fucking getting sick results because new coach, new diet. We stayed on that for like fucking 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Because Because then I was getting better every fucking 3 days. So why there was no need. We
Yeah.
didn't change that
My
for ages.
my diet hasn't changed now in 3 weeks. No, not 3 weeks, 8 weeks.
Mm.
Since the first like initial bump up from maintenance calories, they
And
haven't
that's the
changed
best
for 8
case
weeks.
scenario. You know what people don't get?
Yeah.
That's the best case
Yeah.
scenario. Can you imagine
Your body's
if
functioning well.
bro, imagine if you just had never ending response from the same amount,
Yeah.
which it doesn't exist, right? But the better the genetics you've got, the longer you get results out of one set amount of gear. Like say
Yeah.
Cam goes, all right, Cam's on 600 primo, 400 test, right? And then he's on 4,200 calories. And then you leave him go and he just gets better for fucking 12 weeks straight. And then he just keeps getting better and better and better and better. You're gonna fucking leave it. But genetically gifted guys somehow just fucking keep getting better
Yeah.
for long periods of time. You know what I mean? And then because I've coached them guys, and you think, fuck me, this guy just keeps getting better. And why the fuck would you change anything?
Yeah.
You're not just gonna go, oh, bro, yeah, take 200 more primo when you're fucking considerably getting better all the time. You know,
Exactly.
it's all.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
That's what I said. That other comment. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like 100%. And it's better that you don't, because you've always got. It's a nice feeling knowing that you've got more tricks up your sleeve.
Yeah.
I can't imagine certain bodybuilders I could fucking name right now. I can name 3 off the top of my head. They're out of tricks, bro. And you think where you know those guys, and you think, where do you fucking go from here, bro?
Yeah.
Like if you're taking fucking
You're
pinning yourself 50 times a week. What is the next course? Please, I don't even want to know it.
Yeah.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, Dean and I's last push wasn't even, it was conservative, because he even said, he goes, bro, I can't wait for the next one because we didn't really go that hard on the last one. So, but that's a nice feeling, because you're confident in the process. Like, oh, we've got more shit we can do. I'd be more scared once, and like we don't use insulin either. There's no insulin.
Yeah.
So there's more. I don't know if he'll ever bring that in, but at least there's things up our sleeve. Which goes back to that question that you're not going to just jump on a fucking big cycle for the sake of it.
No,
you sort of shoot yourself in the foot if you just did that. Out of the blue, you just doubled everything.
And it
Then
worked
what
for
do you
so long, and then, like you said, when you're out of tricks, you're already at 2 grams, 2.5 grams. It's like, what are you going to do?
You can only grow at a certain rate anyway. So more is not going to grow more.
I agree. Yeah, growth is like a switch. It's either on or off, and then it's just sort of one speed, really. We grow at different rates to each other, but in regards of ourselves, I sort of just grow the same when I'm growing. Like it's the same. You're not going to have a 2-month period be like, oh, fuck, bro, I put fucking 4 kilos of tissue on. No, it doesn't. Unless maybe Increlex, maybe, I don't know, but heard some crazy things about that. But pretty much you grow at the same rate.
Last question. A lot of kids seem to be hopping on gear these days. What are all our thoughts on it? Obviously, some are wanting to compete, and some are just gym bros. But if they're serious, when should they decide whether to take it or not?
Well, look at America now, bro. There's kids. It's social media that's doing that.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And these kids are looking at the Trend Twins and fucking Sam Sulek and shit that are already huge by the time they're 20.
Well, I don't know. Like it's crazy because, like, even if you look at Chris Bumstead, right? He's like famous, popular, killed it at the Olympia, but he started gear pretty young.
Yeah.
Like I think he wasn't even 20 yet. He was competing.
Young.
What was his first year in the Olympia?
I think he was like maybe 22 when he won, 23.
Yeah, because isn't Eden Urs was like 22 in his first.
Right. What about Nihat? He was he was pro at 20, right?
Yeah.
Pro at 20. Which means if he's pro at 20, what fucking year did he start steroids, bro?
Yeah.
16? It had to be 16.
Same with that Anton, that classic dude.
Yeah,
I was listening to him on a podcast the other day. He's awesome, but he's been like locked in with his food and training since he was like 14, 15 years old. And I think
also
he might
feel
have
like
added gear in when he was like maybe 18, 19. But like, I don't know, these dudes are young and they're fucking good.
It also makes them look even freak.
Have you seen that huge kid from Romania, Kronikis or whatever his name is? He's like 19. He's huge.
Yeah, I do think you get
bro, taking at 16 is so insane.
I do think you get like a a shelf life with that. So the earlier you start, I think you're gonna be burnt out by the time you get to like I think you get a good like 10 years
Mm.
Yeah.
of being and then like you're probably gonna be burnt out.
Probably, yeah, probably. Because it didn't exist.
Like
We can only compare to when we were young because my first course was I think I was 21 or 22, but it was a D-bol course only. I took 6 weeks of
yeah,
D-bol. I think they were fake,
yeah,
to be honest.
yeah.
But then I think, and then 22, I think was the first that course I told you about was 6 weeks long.
The only thing I can see as
Yeah.
well. You go.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I competed at 24, so I'd only used gear a couple of times before.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
well, they were short courses back then, wasn't it? It was like 10 weeks, which is dumb. It's dumb, but that's what we did. You did gear for 10 weeks for the summer,
Mm.
and then
You get
and
a
then
PPT, hopped off.
and then you hopped off after Christmas. Just cold turkey and just fucking hated life.
The only thing that it might be better while you're younger is like what I found because I started when I was 30 is you feel like you have to take more and when you get stronger, your joints aren't ready for all that stuff. Whereas if you took it when you're young, you probably need respond better to the same amount of gear. Your joints are fresh, your body gets used to that body weight. So as you're sort of evolving in your early on in your life, your body has that idea of that weight. Whereas now I feel stupid heavy because I've been light my whole life. I feel
Yeah,
like it's better
probably.
to put the weight on younger and then have your career and you can downsize by the time you're 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to stop it. It's going to probably get worse. Kids will be doing it from their 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it really matter? Does it really matter what we have to say anyway?
Yeah, it's not our opinion anyway. Everyone has their own choice to make.
Yeah, that's it. And
Yeah.
if we say, "Oh, shit's the worst thing ever," like it's not gonna, it's not gonna
Have you
do.
seen that kid? Have you seen that kid that he trained at Ashmore the other day? He's 18 from Brisbane. He's fucking huge, and he trained with Alex.
Yeah,
Have you
Oh
seen?
yeah. I think I know who
He's
you're talking about.
fucking
Yeah.
massive, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
so he would have been pinning gear since 16, 100%. He's pretty big,
is he
man.
big? Like, how big is he?
He's big, bro. Like he's the biggest 18-year-old in Australia. That's
I
100%.
thought he was only like 90 kilos or something.
But his
I would
physique
have
is
been.
His physique is impressive, bro. I'll admit his physique is a nice looking physique. It's lean. He's got abs. Like he's got quads. He's got everything. Like for an 18-year-old, he's fucking young. But there's no doubt he's been pinning gear for 2 years. But he's
I would
running
But
think he'd be
train.
people like
fucking.
that, they
He's partying, bro. He's partying, doing
hardcore.
party drugs. He's doing party drugs the whole lot.
Yeah, so people like that, they disappear because it's like easy come, easy go. They're not really in it to like be hardcore. He'll like get a job and he'll just stop training. He'll just
Nah, he's in it for the social media, bro. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
I think I can tell he just loves the social media clout. He's got an angle, bro. Biggest 18-year-old in Australia. He just got flown to America from Larry Wheels.
Oh really?
Oh,
Bro,
true.
how? He doesn't even have a big following yet. Yeah, Larry Wheels flew him to America for fucking 2 weeks. Like think of that. It's actually opening doors for him. He can actually run with it a little bit, that kid, because he's got an angle, you know. But
I definitely think
yeah.
you have to have your head screwed on.
Yeah.
I know. I had a pep talk with him because he was partying in festivals. I said, "Bro, I did that. You need to cut that out straight away." I said, I understand you're popular. He's running with it. He's hooking up with chicks. He's fucking social media popular." I said, "But you pick one or the other. Don't do both. Don't take party drugs and run all this gear. You know, so you end up with fucking dead. You know,
All right,
there's
well,
no
that's
positive
been
contact.
probably a wrap that up there. Everyone's got
On
shit.
that note,
Yeah,
on
so
that
that's a
note.
long one. Aaron, we'll have to have you on again another time.
Yeah, sweet, bro. I'm
Yeah.
sitting in the fucking gym car park for half an hour.
All right, take it easy, boys. Cheers for coming on, Aaron.
See you guys.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
See you later.